got shit rocked. We are ghosts. No. We returned.
Oh, hold on. Are we good on the internet or whatever?
Soon.
We're still waiting
Yes.
for Fike to get in roll 20.
Oh, that too.
Yeah. So that
Thorn is now Fike.
Take your time.
Yeah, the roll 20 kicked me out. Told me I'm a bad person, so give me a minute.
Yes, you are.
you being a
Dishonor
bad
on
person
you,
had nothing to
dishonor
do
on
with
your
roll
family.
20.
How's it going, internet?
Hello, the internet.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
What are you, Sylvan all of a sudden there, Bill?
Oh, if you guys want to see a really cool video?
Whatever do you mean?
If you guys want to see a really
I
cool
never
video
even
later,
noticed.
if you guys want to see a really cool video later after I
Posted it in the thing.
yeah, I'm gonna post.
There we go.
Mm.
We got everybody now.
Wait a second. There's too much
Huzzah.
cat energy in this fucking game. Fuck this.
I'm just trying to hide my bald spot from the internet.
You have too
I'm
much.
gonna put my head down to look at
You hear that, internet? Now you all
Oh,
know that he has a bald spot.
White man wearing backwards caps. This is what D&D is
I think they already knew.
No.
I'm not wearing a backwards cap. That's just the shape of my head.
All right, so who wants to
Hey, Knots.
review
How's it
for
going?
our friend Vanya, who was not here last week?
No, you tell him what you did, you fucking
Yeah, you
moron.
tell
You tell
what
him
you did.
I would prefer he hear it from the party's perspective. You guys can do it together as a team if you like, but
I mean,
I
I'll
would prefer
do it.
he hears it.
I'll,
From the party's
I'll
perspective.
blur.
Go right
down
ahead.
the river if you want me to.
You can characterize it however you like.
Okay. We left the Feywild. Time shift caused us to show up 3 weeks later. We popped into Whitestone. The place was deserted. We found out it was 3 weeks later, and that the entire military on our side had been absolutely crushed. Everything has been conquered except for one town up north where some refugees were heading towards. Then the party found out Percy was alive and in the castle, and that Vex and Pike and maybe a couple other people were dead.
Laura.
And Percy had a little bit of a flip-diddy-do. We went to go try to help him. He escaped. He probably has a demon alive inside of him. And we left.
No, it's definitely.
Sorry, go ahead.
And we left and joined the caravan of sadness heading north. And that's
Sorry, heading north to where exactly?
I don't know, whatever that little town is at the top of the map.
No,
The
Larengorn or something like that?
Larengorn?
Larengorn.
Yep.
Oh, that's a hell of a long way from Whitestone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, the only way that we were able to get there was I made Biero create the mansion, and then Tharn used Gate to hop dimensional planes to meet up with them.
This is where we took our last stop.
Yeah.
You guys are about right here.
Oh.
Or I'm sorry, you guys are about right there.
Oops.
Oh, we're not that far.
It's still pretty far.
Not that far
from Carnage of took place.
Oh, Craghammer.
Like, are we going to Terra or are we going to Larengorn?
Larengorn.
There's essentially there is a caravan of refugees heading north, with several NPCs, including
Seeker
Assume, Kima, Scanlan, Terra, all of you, and Elsa. And they're currently headed to Terra, and from Terra intend to head to Larengorn.
Oh, also Kursk is dead.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Wonderful. I was about to ask about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he's
The-
super dead.
The one time we don't bring it.
No. Well, we missed a few things. Stedos lived, correct, Bill?
Yep.
Yeah, Grandpa.
Yep. Grandfather.
And the reason we have so many refugees left is, and the last stand at the gates of Craghammer, the time was bought by Kursk and the people he commanded.
Mm-hmm.
Kursk is a hero.
Kursk is a
He's
fucking hero.
He's a hero.
Really,
He's not-
really dead hero.
Yeah.
We will build a statue and we will
And
tell
his-
our children of his legend.
yeah, of him and his mythical hammer that he wielded.
And his
Halberd.
brilliant helmet.
And also,
No. I'm talking about his dick.
Oh,
I guess Father Fike got around to that too.
Saw it.
Or he's a fucking
So that's
teenager,
pretty-
Pike.
basically everything south of Craghammer and Whitestone is controlled by the Iron Authority.
Cool.
Yeah, we
And
fucked.
Hi, Daniel.
Cool.
I am out of all spells.
How the
And you guys
fuck
are
did you manage
marching
that?
north.
Mm.
They spent a lot of effort trying to find Percy, as he was kind of doing his I've lost. He's kind of disassociated from reality and had turned the Castle Whitestone into a very gothic, like Barovian-esque version of the Home Alone house with traps. And was taking shots at anyone who went past a certain distance. And before the party was able to get to him, he jumped through the little sphere in the ziggurat and went to the Shadowfell.
Wonderful. Okay. Well,
Also, Vanya, I believe, has concentration on control weather because we entered in the middle of a blizzard and he dulled that down into
Yes.
just heavy cloud cover, but no more severe torrential blizzard.
okay, cool.
There's also that. So we pick things up with all of you trudging northward. What would you like to do?
Win
Keep
the
walking.
game.
Win the game.
Yeah.
Roll for it.
Like to cast a win.
Bureau, please wish say win the game.
But the moment he says that, he's lost the game.
Damn it!
Oh, children of the 90s unite.
Pretty much all of it.
Were
Wow.
we at a point where were we still marching, or were we like bedding down for
Yeah,
rest?
not quite yet.
Okay.
You guys remember that one song from Dragon Age Inquisition when they're walking through the snow
Yep.
to get to whatever it's called? Yeah, that's the kind of moment. That's the kind of moment right now.
Very much, yeah, very much like that.
Yeah, we need someone to start singing, bring up morale, some kind of hope. We need some bloody hope.
Wait a
Oh.
second. Did someone just request a song in Pike's present?
There you go.
Oh no.
Yeah, just walks up to Pike and be like, "Hey, we need some morale, man. I don't know. You know,
And all the leaves are brown.
I got this. I'll start playing Sandstorm.
Not fucking Sandstorm.
Please no Sandstorm.
Hey, we take your flute. Take your flute. Like, no, motherfucker, no. That is not what we're playing right now. This is not the time for this shit.
Pike just starts singing Dashboard Confessional. or Taking Back Sunday, just like
Pulling
some
on
of
the I will
Evo's
follow you into
shit.
the dark. Just go.
Oh my.
I understand the trepidation of getting started with as bad as things are.
Yeah, I have
but,
no
would you guys
idea
like
what
to
the
do?
fuck to do right
We're
now.
getting
Is the
started.
hard
We
part.
walk until we sleep. There's nothing else we can do.
There's
Yeah.
really nothing we can do
Yep,
other
like,
than role play and talk.
Nox
Alright,
tried to
well,
talk to
if
Kima,
there's-
and she
if
wasn't
there's
doing anything last
companions-
time. So
Yeah, everybody who was like we need to talk to doesn't want to talk.
yeah,
Between
you can talk among. If you wanted to talk amongst yourselves, you guys have a couple hours before the caravan's gonna stop.
Alright.
Okay,
So
I
if you
turn
want
to
to
the
discuss
party and
amongst
go,
yourselves,
this shit is fucked up. Let's all go to sleep.
Tharn, if we go
We've
to
got
sleep,
daylight to go. Let's
fine.
keep going for now.
yeah, if we go to sleep, the issue is still going to be there in the morning. We can't avoid it.
between Assume and Terra and Scanlan, I guess, who seems least shell shocked?
I mean, Assume is a hard-boiled motherfucker, so probably Assume.
So I'll ask Assume. Were you at the site of the battle? Were you able to see any clue as to what kind of device or anything they may have been using to control that monster?
It was rather similar to the one you described when you first uncovered the beast and
You're
came to warn
you-
us about it.
You're referring to the necklace thing around its neck, right?
Yeah.
I meant more along the lines of like, was the Emperor carrying something that seemed to allow him to connect to it and control it?
Hmm. He was wielding several implements. He had an open book. It appeared to me to be some sort of spell book. I'm not really a magic guy, but there was a sword that he wielded, very fancy armor that he bore, a cloak, as well as a very um, simple looking crown.
Okay.
Is that normal?
In what sense?
Well, in my many years, most all royalty is fairly ostentatious with their ornamentation. A simple looking crown sounds out of place for one such as this.
Generally speaking, I would agree and say that that's true. The Iron Authority is a very Spartan culture. I say it's simple. They seem to be made out of iron, maybe symbolic in that way, or like you say, there could be something there.
Yeah, they don't have much on their dirty jungle people.
Whoa.
Just one more question before I leave you to your thoughts. Between Pike and Allura and Vex and any other of the key fallen leaders, by any chance were you able to recover any of their remains during the retreat?
Um, Unfortunately, no. We were being overrun, and there wasn't time to procure the dead.
Were any of them actually swallowed by the Tarask, or did they die on the battlefield?
I am unsure. We're different people are witnessed to different others falling. All we've been able to get out of Kima is that Alora's gone. Literally those words. That's it. That's all we've been able to really get out of her.
Wait, you got her to talk?
Not necessarily. She was just kind of saying it over and over again, and then stopped. And no one's really been able to get anything out of her since.
How long ago was that?
We've only been heading north for a few days, so a few days ago.
Been quiet for years.
Speaking of heading north, how
According to
many are in
scan-
this wagon train?
Our last head count was double checking here for you. Um, 16,000 soldiers, warriors from different backgrounds, and prox another 60,000
Hey, Zagger, how's it going?
civilians.
There's 76,000 people marching right now.
Yep.
Well, okay then.
Huh.
We could.
It's not really organized.
Darn, if you're up for it
Not
after
really
a rest.
organized. People. Every time we wake up in the morning, the numbers have dropped. Groups have left on their own to go their own way. By the scores of thousands. So that was the count we had when we first got going. No one's done a count since.
Well, then I guess maybe we should do one when we set up camp again.
Darn, if you're up for it after we get some rest, maybe we can help get some of the key people to the destination much more quickly, and maybe they can help negotiate or set up reception for the rest of the refugees.
Yes, we could do something like that. However, there raises an additional problem. I do not know what it is that you all seek to do now with the situation as it is, but if there is any concept of fighting back against these people, every day that whatever resources we have marches further north is another day that would require, is another day of time required to march those same resources back south if the plan is to re-engage and take any of this land back.
That's true.
Definitely agree to that. Would be way to get back.
If we could, and this, I don't know, this may not be possible, if we could figure out how to seize the means that they're using to control the Tarask, maybe we can drive off the armies and
Or
give
we can
these
just have the
people some
Tarask.
rest.
Or we
Well,
can
at
have
this
the
point,
Tarask
from the
attack
information,
them.
Well, at this point, from the information that we've received, it sounds like elements of the army have broken up across all of Taldore and are now entrenched in every single large settled city across the land. Which means that any engagement to try to stop them would require
Hey, San Andy, how are you?
superior resources, superior numbers. I doubt simply, even if we destroyed the Tarask or somehow took control of it, I doubt 12,000 troops would just run from the walls with 6 of us, a couple thousand soldiers,
Alive for a
and
little bit
Tarask
longer.
marching towards them.
Well, maybe we can be more tactical. If there's a way for the group of us to cut off the heads of this Hydra, maybe that'll help the body die.
Unfortunately,
lips.
that's the exact opposite of how you kill a Hydra.
That's true. That was a bad example.
I
Yeah,
was
but-
speaking more metaphorically.
If you just keep cutting heads off a Hydra, it dies. That's
I
like
know.
fast, dude.
For some reason, every time we fight the Hydra and I say I don't target the head, for some reason the head just pops right the fuck off, and then 2 more take its place after doing a certain amount of damage to it.
Hmm.
Target the leg. You hit the neck. What the fuck?
Stab it in the toe until it dies.
We've lost the point. If we can, we know that Vandrick has returned to the Rife and Mist, so we could try taking him on separately. We could try isolating the Emperor or the Empress. If we were able to take out their leadership, perhaps the chaos would allow the survivors of Taldore to reclaim their homes.
Oh, I got an idea. I got an idea.
Which
All
is
right.
fucking sad because Percy's
after Vanny.
crazy in the Shadowfell now.
Vanny
And is
like
going
the
to be a
right-hand
villain.
man, right? Just shooting shit in the dark. He's got to know that makes Rast follow the order. Probably made it. So let's go after Vanny. Talk. And then we can figure out step there and go after the Rast there. So
I
Do
don't
you
think
think that
we'll be-
Vandrick would have more information than the Emperor or the Empress?
no, but it would give us a leg up on
How?
making it an easier fight. I mean, Fike and I are places when it comes to making people talk. So let me and Fike handle that.
Well, he's
And
already.
Vanya can definitely.
He's
already
not going to.
separated
He's not going to tell us anything. There's no
Agreed.
way Vandrick will tell us anything.
Well,
We don't.
torture a little bit, kill him.
We've already killed him once.
That, and he also works for a fucking tyrant. There's no
That-
way that a person like him would have Vandrick near him if he had even the slightest doubts about his loyalty.
Honestly, guys, there's
Also,
not
I
really
take
any other.
I take Knox and I grab him by his ear flap and
Ow!
I pull him down to my mouth and I go, "We don't torture people. If we survive this, we need to live with ourselves. Remember who your God is, and you stay true to those tenets now more than ever." I just kind of push him off me.
Ow! Fine. Well, there's no other fucking. Talking in fucking circles. Pissed off, right?
I completely understand, but we need to also live with ourselves after this.
Well, if we try pulling either the Emperor or the Empress to us, that would be an easier fight than trying to fight them in their stronghold.
Yes.
I believe assumes in that they're sitting in the throne room at Amon. That's what I believe he said. Unless he's not being literal, but he seems pretty literal.
I assume they've taken up residence in the throne room. I wasn't being 100% literal. I don't know that they're there 100% of the time, but I assume they spend at least a decent amount of time in the throne room. It's where most of the previous emperor's business was conducted.
Assume do you know if the Tarask is close by the Emperor, or he is stationed with Tarask, Craghammer, or Daxio?
That I am unaware. I am the most uninformed I think I've ever been in my life right now.
Fantastic.
Do you know if the throne room has any existing
Comfortable. I don't like
enchantments?
It still has all the enchantments that the previous one had back when we called it the throne room before it became the council chamber. Many abjurative protections and anti-divinations and things of that nature, specifically in that inside those four walls.
What if I scry on the Tarask, see where it is? Would that be beneficial?
Wouldn't hurt.
All right. I'll sit down, pull out my ball.
All right. You begin casting Scry. It takes about 10 minutes. As you finish the ritual, I did not have the Tarask stats up and ready because I did not think I would need them. Just give me 1 sec. There it is.
You know what, guys? Fuck it. Let's go find the Tarask. Let's kill the Tarask right now.
Oh, okay. What's your DC?
I believe it's an 18, but let me double check. It is a 19.
19. Okay. Your vision gets sucked into the crystal ball as it begins to float up, and it zips across the landscape faster than you can take any of the sights in, and eventually comes to a screeching halt above the Tarask. It's fairly wide angle, though the outsides and your peripheral vision is still blurred, as it usually is when you target a specific creature for your scrying. Make a perception check for me. $14. It appears to be marching or free ranging through grassy plains at the moment. You can hear outside of your vision voices speaking in Goblin. You don't speak Goblin, so you don't understand what they're saying. They're fairly distant, and you can't really make out any specific syllables anyway. There is the
Ah, yes, a
sound
pyro hydra.
of activity, mounts, not a battle, but the sort of more regimented clanging of metal, like maybe training is taking place nearby. But it doesn't appear to be in any sort of combat. It's just kind of
Like a dinosaur at Jurassic Park is walking.
yeah, it's just kind of chilling, like the Brontosaurus when they roll up on it at the beginning of Jurassic Park, and they're all like stunned. It's just kind of like chilling.
Okay. All right.
And this goes on for about 10 minutes.
When I come out, I just say, "Well, not think I could ever see a Tarask play, but I guess it was. Fuck, it's somewhere in grassy and probably in the middle of camp or next to a camp. I don't. there any grassy plains near on? So
The entirety of the countryside between us and Amman.
yeah,
Yes.
Turst Fields on. That's all I got. Near a camp. Near a camp full of goblins. I didn't understand a word they said. It sounded like goblin.
Well, the camp isn't a throne room.
Yeah, nowhere near the Emperor and Empress. That's where they are. I can try and scry on them. They're there.
You can't scry on them. That's the thing.
I know.
I mean, where would you keep your 40-story dog? When you put him in the house, right?
Perhaps.
Where-
You guys hear a shout come across the air as people begin to slow down and start breaking out tents and camps and whatnot. And Assume turns to you guys and says, "There's been a lot of intense information for you all to take in in a fast amount of time. Perhaps give yourself the night to mull things over, and we can strategize in the morning." We could use a fresh perspective.
Sure. Why not?
He heads off to start help setting up fires and camps and stuff as a ranger. The ranger that he is.
I look over and try and find. Do I see her?
Who? Kima?
Yes.
She's where you left her. She's stopped walking, but she's just kind of like standing there in the snow where everyone else, like at this front of everyone where they stopped, just kind of just standing there, still facing in the same direction.
I walk up to her. I pull out the book that she gave.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you dropped.
Nope, not me.
And I take her hand, like slowly, not saying it to give me
Yeah.
consent. So I just have to, and something I feel like I have to do.
Yeah, she doesn't stop you.
And I put the book in her hand, and I try and make her close her hand so she holds on to it. And
For the first time, her head moves and she looks down at the book that you're placing into her hand, and she turns and looks up at you with like this sort of like dead, kind of like just blank expression.
what I say to her is, and I felt hopeless and lost, like I wanted to die because I felt useless. I felt like I couldn't do anything correct or right. You found the little speck of hope inside of me. I hope this reminds you that it's still in you well. And I walk away.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
You also have chat inspiration if you want it.
Yeah, my roommate said thank. Hey, he's like, "Hey, you're welcome, John." I'm like, "Thanks, man." Persuasion, you say?
Yes, persuasion. You're a warlock. You should be good at that.
With your chat
Would
inspiration.
you like to add your
Hey.
chat inspiration?
Hey, try and
Nope,
try and-
everything dice hate us. Roll 20 hate us on all the things.
suck. I
Roll
would've
20
made-
is like
that
caused
was
nothing but
gold.
sadness
Gold.
recently.
Roll for losing faith.
Ugh.
Hold on. Let me roll for Kima.
Bureau, like right around the corner, hearing me do this, so he can give me some inspiration.
She doesn't say anything, but when you let go of the book, she doesn't let it drop. And as you turn and walk away, you kind of stop and look over your shoulder for just a second. And you see that she hasn't moved from the spot or turned around. She's still facing the same direction she was, but she's kind of plopped down in the snow where she was, and you see the book is open and she's like the first page. And she's kind of just sitting there. Really, you assume or hope reading.
Yeah, I'll turn and kind of have a smile on my face and look up. It's like, please don't leave her. And I'll walk.
All right. You head back to your compatriots. What are you guys doing? Setting up a camp, or I don't even know if you have like any other magical domes or stuff. I can't
I'd
even
say-
remember all the shit you guys can do.
I say we set up be with the people, even if they're mad at us. If we
Yeah,
just
Ren's
go
already setting up
into-
a federal.
If we go into the mansion, it's not gonna look good on our part. They're just gonna be like, oh, those motherfuckers. They're just gonna look at us like that again. We don't
I
need that
literally
anymore.
have no magic left but cantrips. The mansion is not an option.
Oh,
All
well,
right,
there you
cool.
go.
So
We
so
could have
I'll
made
start-
the mansion would have been great. We could have made the mansion to a mead hall and shuffled all these people in.
We
like
literally
Oktoberfest,
used the
get
mansion to
everybody
get
shit-faced.
here.
Is there a limit? This is just for shits and giggles. Is there a limit on how many people can go in the mansion?
I mean, you could turn it into like a revolving door kind of thing. Go in, get your food, get out kind of thing.
You could. It has been used that way before. It's a mansion. It's not a football stadium.
Didn't say enough
So
food
you
for
could
like
probably
100
fit-
people or something like that in the spell, though.
Yeah, you could definitely fit.
9-course meal for 100 people. So
Yeah.
lots of food.
Now, would the food be able to come out?
No.
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 Anything
So,
you take
they
out the
have to-
door turns to dust. Yeah, it turns
so
into
they-
smoke.
yeah. So that the 100 they would have to eat.
They'd have
100
to
people
eat
at
it
a time.
in there and then leave. Yeah.
Okay. Good food for thought. Time we rest.
All right. You
So then
guys
Fike will
set up a
assist.
camp. You guys set up a camp. I believe you guys have like tents and stuff, and you get a fire going. It is winter after all.
Vanya will go around to
is there-
everyone else who's like to as many people as he can, and make sure
Mhm.
that they're like as ready as he can make them and as warm as he can make them while we're all out here. Because I assume a lot of these people are not
Yeah, you're
used to
used to
like
this
mountain winters.
Yeah, there's a lot of dwarves in the caravan, but a lot of the other species are not used to this. And as a Goliath, you're very, well regulated to this kind of an environment.
Yeah. I'll drop by whatever
you are-
dwarves or other mountain folk are around and like ask them to check in on whatever people are around them as well.
Totally. Yeah, you're able to do that for sure.
Okay. Then that is what I do.
All right. Would anybody else like to do anything before you guys lay down for a long rest?
Just press digitate as much as I can to help start some sparks and some campfires.
Yeah, I'll go around saying
For sure.
Like towards the end of it, I wanted to kind of sit down and ask Bureau if he could do ascending for me, if he has anything. If I don't remember what
He
you
has
said.
no
I
spells.
literally have no
No
spells.
spells. Never mind. Never mind. Thank you.
We're on the same day as that Fey fight, correct? Technically,
so.
Yeah, technically, yeah, you are.
Yep.
yeah. So
It's
we're
still,
pretty fat.
still that same day.
The same day, quote
Did
unquote.
that. You had the skill challenge where you guys were trying to chase down Percy, and then the crazy teleport idea. So yeah, you guys are. It's all been that one day.
You
Yeah.
may
All
ask,
right, so you
might
guys.
ask Arn if he can send for you.
Say what? Oh, yes. I will walk over to Tharn then. Master Tharn,
Yes.
could you do me a favor?
If it's within my capabilities, of course.
I will hold out my hand and do a minor illusion, and I will show him Helena. Could you please send her a message for me? I know you've never met her. I don't know if there's any more I need to give you so you can send it. I just wanted to know that I'm okay.
I mean, it's a small semi-amorphous blob. I can try.
If you can, I understand. Wait, what?
I'm
I
sorry.
look.
I mean, it's literally the cantrip minor illusion. It's like this big, and it has no serious definition. So,
Oh,
it, like
I
it's
thought it does.
I see. I imagine this is a dragonborn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
it's like
take out
Notch
Obi-Wan
will
Kenobi, my
explain
only
what it
hope
is.
type thing.
and whether
Notch
it has
will
like a short
explain.
snout or a long snout, but beyond that, that's up to Bill whether or not that would suffice.
Yeah, I DM either, so that's why
It's basically like the way I kind of view minor illusion is for something like that is it's basically a lower quality version of like the "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope," that little hologram that R2D2 plays.
Yeah, I always think about it like
so
a 16, somewhere between the range of a 16-bit and 64-bit like video game image. You know what I mean?
yeah,
it doesn't-
like a Nintendo 60, like an N64 graphics.
Yeah. Basically, you're
Um,
showing me Cloud from PlayStation 1 in
Yes.
like in the world map. It's like I see the spiky hair, I see the blocks that are arms, but
okay.
Yeah.
I think it's
So I've
mostly
been
just because of
using it-
Tharn's epic glasses. Like he makes it,
Yeah,
it
we'll
goes
say that.
4K
It's like
in
yeah,
his glasses, but it's still it's like 120.
yeah. You know those like that like 32 or like 24-bit art that people make of like characters that's like yeah, it's a little bit better than that.
RNG fucked
It's
us
like
in this
did you play
campaign. This is the fucking.
00
I don't know what to
GoldenEye
do here.
007 on N64?
yeah.
It's like
I mean,
that
that works for like the 8 charisma
graphics
character.
wise.
Okay. What would I need to give him so he's
Regardless,
able to?
anyway, he has to have met the person. Like
What?
Never mind then.
JC!
Noxus would have not.
Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs.
Yeah.
How are you
Noxus
doing?
Yeah, that's
wouldn't have
fine.
understood
But
the-
That's
Tharn,
very
Tharn
kind of
explains
you.
it to you. Tharn
Like, this
explains it to
is
you
like
that
a
he
really
has to have met
fucking
the person
depressing
before, so
campaign moment at the moment.
Bureau
but
should be able to do
thank
it
you
for you
very,
in the
very
morning
much.
once he sleeps.
All right.
How are you doing?
With that, he gets a little upset, but he understands. Thank you, Master Thon. Sorry.
Not a problem. If Melora wished me to be able to message this person, she would have seen fit to allow it.
Yeah.
Who knows her reasoning and great design? Other than me. No one.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, good night, Master Tharn. And he'll turn away and walk away.
Night, and Thorn pulls his arms and legs into his shell and falls asleep.
All right. All right. You guys lay down for the evening. Watches set up, so you don't really have to worry about taking a watch. You're camping with a fairly large group of people. But you're able to get the benefits of a long rest. Not the most comfortable long rest you guys have ever had. Not the most uncomfortable long rest you guys have ever had either. But it's cold and damp, and
That'd be nice.
and when you wake up in the morning, the air is very thin and crisp. And there's just very light, fresh layer of snow on the top of everything. It's actually quite serene and pretty. unfortunate circumstances being as they are, it's hard to appreciate that.
Too bad it'll be trampled soon enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
But you wake in the morning. Several people are already awake. The caravan is getting, people are getting packed up and getting ready to travel as you guys come to consciousness. You guys restore all your points. You get half your level and your hit dice back. All your spells are back. All your abilities are back. You can
I have second level spells again.
refresh your character page. You do. You can quit whining about it now.
Yee!
It's
Uh,
not whining. It's aggressively critiquing.
hey, Bill.
Yeah.
I know,
Yes.
kind of just this. Could Noxus have like checked in on sure she at least had a tent before he went to bed?
You see her in the morning. She's fine.
Okay.
We'll get to that in a little bit. Don't
Okay.
worry
I
about
just,
that.
I didn't want to be like she froze to death because she just is so depressed. Like, oh
Yeah.
no.
The espresso depresso caravan.
The like Fike's teeth chattering. This goes to Jacob, and he goes, "I know it's not what you thought that would be a first night together, but you know."
Everyone's cutting in and out tonight.
It'll be a very funny story years from now.
Fuck is Jacob?
Oh, Father Jacob, yeah, he was there in
Oh
Whitestone.
yeah. Father Jacob had a very very touching, heart romantic moment.
I'm gonna say this. It has never been said in this campaign, but I will explain this to Vanya. Father Jacob is a cleric of Sarenrae, who is also attractive to Fike. And since this low-hanging fruit has been hanging and nobody said it this whole campaign, I will not get to say it. But he is a Saren gay, just like me.
Yes.
Wow.
Nobody said
Daddy
it this whole
Jacob.
campaign. I've been waiting for someone to do it. Nobody's done it. I had to do it myself.
He's very much
Mhm,
he's very much a silver fox, like a slightly older Timothy Oliphant.
Hmm.
My mother was Hillenot
Like a
took my mother
slightly
to
younger
church.
Jorah Mormont.
Yes, your mother did go to drinking.
Okay.
Yes, Hillenot left this note saying that she grabbed your mother to take her to live with Nox's mom.
mhm.
All right. I first thing in the morning I'll send to my mother and I'll say, I'm alive. I'm sorry we were gone so long. Father's alive as well. We'll do what we can. Can you please let Hillenot and Huron know that Nox is alive as well?
There's a moment passes, and you get a full 25-word message of just like, "Oh my God, baby, I'm so glad you're alive. I was so worried." It's like there's no there's no
There's no chill.
coherent response to anything that you said. It's just 25 straight words of worried mother after you finally come home, even though it's 6 hours past curfew.
Oh, be
Total
my
no
row.
chill. No chill. Mom, chill. It's okay. We're good.
Gone for 3 weeks. You didn't even call your mother.
There was probably a I hope you're. There was probably I was gonna say there was probably a I hope you're eating all right in there somewhere. You know.
Are you cold? Do you need a blanket? Do you need me to come get you?
But yeah, she is elated. You you hope that she wasn't just so excited that she forgot the request that you made, but you know.
I imagine with that level of excitement, she's probably going to run around telling people that we're alive anyway. So
So just as he
That's
gets,
probably a good.
so just as Bureau gets done doing that, Noxus walks up to him and goes, "Hey, can you send a message to Hilnot for me?"
is there something particular you wanted me to tell her, or just that you're alive?
Just that I'm alive.
That message has been sent.
With that, Noxus will be like, "Oh, dude, thank you. I appreciate that."
I just realized the sad thing
No problem.
too about Tharn not being able to properly send. but he could have given you it in the ring.
Well, but then I have to attune to the ring or Nox does. Who's got the ring now?
Good question. I think Renata had it last.
Did we do
I
spell swapping?
think I had to.
Item swapping?
Oh yeah, because I took off the. I gave the item. I gave the Ion Stone to Biero. I might still have it, but yeah, she would pass it over whenever people need that.
Oh no.
Hmm?
You gave it. I think you gave it to Cursed.
Hmm?
I
No.
think you
Cursed
gave it to
didn't have it.
Cursed.
No.
No,
you-
Curse did not have the ring
No.
of spell storing.
I think I still have it, but
Well, no. 'cause
Kursk did have some good stuff on him, but not the ring of spell storing.
Well, I think you took it off because you had to put the Hunter's Man. That's why you took it off.
It's not on Kursk's character sheet.
You're
You
muted,
know
by the
what
way.
is on his sheet?
It's
the
in the
cloak of
astral sea
displacement.
now.
never
in
worked.
the
That fucker didn't work
I
still.
believe. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it is no one's attuned to it at the moment. You guys decided to kind of figure it out later, because you guys did quite a bit of items swapping around. A lot of because I think some people leveled up, took Mystic Conflux, so there was a lot of attuned items swapping around last session, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I think I actually still have it.
But if you guys want to like sort of figure that out and say you did it before you went to sleep last night, I will allow it.
Because I know after the last short rest, we gave the Ion Stone Bureau. So I have the 2 vestiges, spell storing ring, and I have conflux. So I think. What did I change that to?
Man, everyone's got so many vestiges.
We've got one just laying around still.
Wait, what's the one laying
Yep.
around?
The lunar shroud.
The lunar
No one's
shroud.
attuned to the lunar shroud yet.
No, I thought we gave it to Tharn last.
I don't think Tharn chose to attune to it.
Nope.
Well, give it to me. It's freezing. Come on. At least let's make some use out of it.
If no one's going to use it, then I'll use it. But I didn't want to take it if somebody else wants it.
There was a discussion about wanting me to use it for a specific purpose, and then everyone decided to run off and try to get your friend Perry.
Yes.
Would you
Then
be
there were a
willing
lot
to
of
use it, Master
explosions, and
Tharn?
we came here.
I believe the quote was, having 2 Tharns would be pretty baller.
Must Tharn.
Twice the list.
More Tharn. Tharn more. Mas Tharn.
Mastharn.
Please Tharn more. Please Tharn responsible.
We need to paint the fake Tharn a different color. Because I'm gonna with the second they get in the list off, I'm killing the other one. Want to make sure I can remake this thing.
Well, you could probably tell us apart, seeing as how one Thorn would be wearing the cape that made the other Thorn. But context clues are difficult sometimes.
I don't know. You seem like a pretty level-headed person, Thon, but I just get filled with white hot fury of Sarenrae's light, and I just smite down things in front of me and just lay waste. And God forbid you look kind of sort of like yourself.
Kind of looks sort of like yourself.
Most of the time, I look like myself. That is the trait of being myself.
Yeah. There's also that. There's also the fact, like, the Coke bottle glasses on the main one, and then beady little eyes on the other one.
Is this Hans Moleman or his brother? Hans Moleman.
I mean, out of character, I can't make a simulacrum as good as that cloak can, but I can already make a simulacrum. So
You have a simulacrum, as far as you know.
I believe, given that Kursk was tasked with protecting it, I'm going to assume that I don't have a simulacrum anymore.
That's a good
That would be a
assumption.
good assumption.
Thorn
It
picks up a
did-
handful of snow and just motions it towards you.
It is a
Don't eat it.
We lose Bill.
Oh no, we fucking lost Bill. He's I can't believe Bill's fucking dead. Shit,
Well,
good
guys,
campaign.
Grass died, so we
Yes.
won. We won
Good
the game.
campaign.
Congratulations, guys, we won.
Hey,
Yee.
cheers.
By the
Kampai.
By the way, did anybody need me to have legend lore today? There's a discussion about it in the group chat.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
there was enough of the discussion that we probably are gonna get. I don't know who. I think it was Bureau and Vaughn said it.
No, Fike wanted
No.
it.
Oh, Fike. Okay.
If you're talking Bill, we cannot hear you at all.
Yeah, Bill, whatever you said, you froze. And
Yeah,
Mhm.
we no Bill.
Minute and yeah, it's a good minute.
Oh,
there you are.
I was just saying that for Bureau to feel too bad. His last simulacrum, it's probably a good guess that it no longer exists. But don't feel too bad about that because there probably wouldn't be as many people alive right now as there are
DM's
if it
back,
weren't
fuck.
for said simulacrum.
well, that's good. At least he was useful.
Mm.
Dude, very, very useful.
Yeah, too bad he didn't wish for us all to be there.
Can't.
Bureau's not the sharpest tool in the shed sometimes.
Well, also, he didn't have a 9th level slot.
Exactly. He
And
couldn't
also
have.
can't. Because he was created by one of Bureau's 9th level spells. And as an exact copy, that same spell slot would have been spent when he was
Right.
he was born without a 9th spell slot.
Mhm. That how that it go?
That's how the cookie crumbles, as Bruce Almighty would say.
So, are you taking the cloak, Master Thorn?
So
I mean, I have no particular use for it. If you would like for me to take it and to make a magical copy of myself, that can of course be done. But the question is, to what end?
2 Thorns in whatever we're facing coming up would be better than even the greatness of 1 Tharn alone.
I cannot disagree with any of the words that you have said or the order in which you have said them.
you make a sound and logical argument.
I never looked at it that way before, except that I have, and you're right.
And on that note, I will scrounge up a spare set of clothes that would fit me and wish for another bureau and give him the clothes.
All right.
Additionally,
wish
we
for
could
another
give
bureau.
Vince your simulacrum, and he could make a simulacrum. Because I heard you like simulacrum, so I put a simulacrum on.
Just gets into like Bizarro Quinn levels of weirdness as they get progressively shittier.
It just becomes the movie Multiplicity, and each copy is slightly
Yep.
dumber and less capable.
That's literally how it works
Think
too.
of the name of the movie, and yeah, that is literally how the spell works. But so you attune to it there, Tharn?
Oh no.
No? Okay.
Well,
You do.
Sure, I'll attune to it. Can somebody send me all of the stats on it?
Yeah, I got it.
Thanks.
Yep.
There you go. All right. Anything you guys would like to do before the caravan gets going?
Noxus would like to go check up on Kima.
All right. You find Kima in the exact spot you left her. And she's about 3/4 of the way through the book.
He'll
doesn't look like she slept last night.
Plop right in front of her and look at the book and see what page she's on.
She's
And,
about 75% of the way through the book.
Get to the good part yet?
She doesn't look at you. She says, I hope it's coming up real soon.
It will. I stand up and kind of ruffle her hair, walk away.
She keeps reading. You watch, she turns a page.
Fike is gonna just look around real quick to see if he can see Scanlan, hopefully Kaylee and Eliza if they're still around.
Scanlan was another person I wanted to go talk to, so that's good.
Make a perception check.
Dirty.
20. Dirty 20. You look around kind of while everybody's having their breakfasts, and you do eventually come across the only two that you saw previously, which is Scanlan and Kaylee. And they are kind of sitting quietly by a dying fire, munching on some rations.
I'll just kneel down next to Scanlan. Mr. Scanlan, I'm terribly sorry for what happened.
He looks over at you and says, I've been where you are. You've dropped the ball. It's time to pick it back up again. Kaylee and I have different priorities going forward. We won't be staying with the caravan.
Did Eliza make it?
She was back in Marquette.
Oh, Kaylee said she was. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, if you're going to leave, that item we gave you might be valuable.
He takes it off around his neck and tosses it to you.
Thank you.
Kind of clashed with my look.
Yeah. And I take my original.
As you turn around, he gets up and comes over and kind of grabs you by the arm and turns you back around and says, "You don't seem to get it. Like, I've defeated demigods. Pike is coming back.
Yeah, I know. It's just we're just in the middle ground part. It really sucks. We're the real meat of this shit sandwich that we have, and we just gotta keep chewing. I understand it. Everyone around here doesn't get it yet,
And what a
but
metaphor
it still
that was.
sucks that it happened. And I
You know,
take
you're an artist.
I've been told I'm an artist at a lot of things, but do me a favor, and I take my original holy symbol off that I have carried with me through this whole campaign, and
Mhm.
with the blade in it, and I hand it to Scanlan, and I go, "Don't let that light die, no matter what."
He says, I have a lot of life left, and it's dedicated to one thing at the moment. I wish you the best of luck with all this. You and your friends, you're capable. You'll be able to turn this around. You just need to plan. That's why we, Vox Machina, that's why we were so successful. The planning.
Oh, we did the. Oh, never mind. Biro took your book literally. Did you really do the going inside the whole dragon thing? Was that?
Yes.
It's.
Did
I
you
would
read
amend
the
that part of the
appendix?
book.
Did you not read the appendix where I said do not? There was an asterisk in that paragraph, and then the appendix it says do not try this at home. This is a really bad idea. No one should ever do this. We were
No,
lucky to get away with our lives.
well, Biro amended that appendix apparently and thought it was a great idea for us to do.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. It seems to have worked twice. So
No, almost killed everybody that was inside it. But you go be
he
a
puts
friend.
his finger up and says, almost is a word that is carrying a lot of weight in that sentence.
Continue to be a fantastic father and keep everybody safe. And I kind of stand up and I start to walk away.
All right. He turns around and
GM?
goes back. Yeah. Yes.
So at this point, we would have learned how long ago was the battle. I know that they've been marching for a measure of days, but how long ago was the actual battle?
It began 6 days ago. Ended 3 days ago, and they've been on the march for those about 3.5 days.
Excellent. Thank you. I have something I'd like to do if nobody else is
Sure.
doing anything. I imagine that we're still somewhat encamped right now in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting broken down, but yes.
Okay. I just sort of walk over to whoever seems to be like pointing at things and being like, "Put that on the do this over there. Hey, get that moving." And I walk up to whomever is doing that and say,
Okay.
"Are these people hungry?"
He looks at you and says, "Does a bear shit in the woods?"
Well, that depends. If the bear lives in the woods and is currently in the woods, then they often do. However, bears in plains and on mountains, they do not travel to the woods simply to shit. It's a poor
God,
use
if
of-
you're going to
it's a poor
feed
use of
these
energy.
people, just feed them.
They would have to increase the transportation significantly to travel that far to defecate.
When you first asked the question, he still kind of had his arms up like this, giving directions. And as you continue to talk, his jaw gets a little bit more slack, and his arms just kind of slowly come down to their sides, and he just keeps staring at you as you keep talking. And
There are many places
just
in
wait.
which a bear would defecate, and he starts listing them. Though they tend to always
He
point
puts
toward
his hand up.
magnetic
It's
north
like,
when they do it.
Mercy, I yield. I yield. I yield. I meant to say yes. I'm sure that they're hungry. We're in the winterous mountains. There's not a lot around here.
Okay, I create food. 45 pounds of food.
Just into the snow. Um,
That should help
you
sustain a good number
create.
of them.
He just kind of looks at you at this like nonchalant miracle that you perform in front of him, and he says, "Thank you. I mean, I don't want to be like greedy or anything, but can you do that multiple times, like more than once?
Yes.
Can you?" And there's like a group of people have begun like passing it out, and like, and he's like, "Can you, can you, can can you do it again, like right now?"
Yes.
The bit continues.
Yep.
Will you?
Thorn, if you're
Don't
going
give
to
a chat
feed
inspiration
you
to
do
the
it again right
bear.
now?
There's no bear.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said, DM.
Sorry.
Will you do it again right now?
That depends. Does a bear
Um,
defecate wherever it is when it needs to defecate?
He kind of smiles and looks at you and goes, "It would make the most sense for their caloric intake."
I create food.
Yeah.
You
Is the food
feed
roast bear?
a bunch of people.
that was baller.
You
That
feed
was
a bunch of people.
As they come to take the food, Thorn stands there. Melora, bless you. Blessings of Melora upon you.
Several of
Feeding
them
them each person with a wafer.
Yeah.
Yes. The body.
a wafer.
The
Body
The blood
Melora.
of Christ.
The body.
The blood of Melora. The body of Melora.
Oh yes, the Malora cracker.
There's a little shepherd's crook like imprinted into it. But there's several people that give like the oh, and Melora's smile upon you too. There's several of them seem to be followers, heathenistic as they are, but followers nonetheless. And seem content to listen to you talk at them about how they should worship Melora while they get this free food.
Never said I was doing that.
If you choose to, I was.
Though
going
it is
to-
important to point out now, with the addition of this new magical item, Thorn is now a giant turtle with
Yeah.
a dragon scale samurai helmet, giant Coke bottle glasses,
Uh-huh.
a stick,
Yep,
Ugg boots,
that's true.
and a black cape tied around his neck that only goes about a third of the way down his shell. So it's just like a little like throw over.
Yep.
It's a shawl. It's a
It's a
Yeah.
little like shawl. that
Any
only
artists in
barely
chat?
touches the top of his shell and goes down about maybe a third of the way. Like
Uh-huh.
like a food bib that someone just spun around.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
you didn't want to make art for this fucking character.
Yeah,
is
what
wrong
the
with you?
fuck?
I'm letting it live in their minds.
In our hearts.
So as we all soak in that verbal image, the camp is deconstructed, and the caravan begins to move. You see at the front of the caravan, Noxus, Kima has the book is closed, and she has kind of slung it over her back. It's so big it almost looks like a backpack. But she is at the front of the column, leading. As the group begins to continue to make their way through this valley on their path to Terra.
Noxus will take his point right next to her and just walk in silence unless she says something.
As you get up there, she looks over you and says, I'm going to need to mull this over quietly for a while, but I did get to the good part.
Told you would.
Thanks, I needed that.
Well, someone was there for me when I was in my darkest time. Thought you needed that.
She doesn't say anything. She just keeps leading the people through the mountains.
Yeah, Nox he'll just walk with her. Be there for company. Just there's a person there.
The caravan continues on. At a certain point, Assume finds all of you and informs you that in those 3 days, now 4 days, that they hadn't been counting, it would appear that huge swaths of people have kind of carved off. You still have all the soldiers are still there, but the rest of the caravan has been cut in half. The numbers. People have just been, at all different points in the day. No one's bothering to stop anybody or even make an argument about it. So the numbers are cut in half for the civilians.
So 30,000.
Down to 30,000, yeah. There's also been, not all of them are people who've just left. There's some people who had lingering injuries after the battle who've finally, without, even with the help of all of you trying to help, there's just so many people and you have limited resources. Some people have, succumbed to their injuries, and, some just leave to find their own way. But yeah, the numbers, so about 30,000 civilians, and I think I said, what was it, like 16,000?
16,000.
Yeah, 16,000 soldiers of varying skill sets. As you guys continue to march.
At some point during the march, I'm going to walk up to Fike and say, "Well, Laura sent me a dream last night that there was something with which you needed my aid. How may I be of service to you, friend?"
Oh, God. I was mulling something over. It's been a long time. So, Alora, who is on the Tal'Dorei Council.
Yes.
Yes.
I have met her.
Yes,
twice.
you know her.
She's dead now.
Yes, you're correct. She had a bunch of things that are locked away, terrible, evil things, in her vault. And one of these things was this, and I pull out the Holy Avenger.
That was a terrible, evil thing that you have been using and carrying around with you?
No, this one is not, which is strange because everything else in there was terribly evil. And then, well, it was mostly money, which, is the root of all evil. And this. And it doesn't match.
Doesn't match with what? Your general aesthetic? I believe that it really brings out your eyes.
Well, thank you, Thon. I didn't think we were going to take that step in our relationship today, but I appreciate that.
What step?
Nothing. I feel like we also haven't gotten this identified. We just assume it's a really nice sword. Would you be able to look into this? No, excuse me. Are you blessed by Malora with the ability to look into this today?
Absolutely. Melora blesses me every day, for I do her bidding. I am more than capable of looking at it.
A
It is
hand.
a sword.
Very good, Thon. Very good.
He's literally gonna just look at it.
No, no. I. Could you tell me, through Malora's blessing, if this was willed by someone of great power before me?
I believe there is a way that I might be able to do that. May I have the sword?
I hand him this very nice, shiny platinum short sword.
I toss it in a crevice. Evil things should not be held by people such as you at this point. Yeah, I'll sit down on a cart and I will cast Legend Lore on it. I think Bill's still frozen.
Bill's muted.
No, I was muted. Sorry.
He's muted and frozen.
Could you blast that into the chat for me, please?
I could blast it all over the chat for you.
Lewd.
Thank you so much. Just all up in my chat.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Everyone hitting on Fike today. It's weird. Jacob, Scanlan, Tharn.
Especially Tharn.
I guess when most of the continent dies and your options really thin out.
You're the rebound for everybody.
Yeah.
So guys, who's on the Tal'Dorei Council now?
Seeker assume.
The Emperor and Empress.
Apparently.
Oh shit! 10 minutes. All right, so you begin to cast that. It's quite a long process as all this information, Tharn, is dumped into your head by Melora.
And I will be giving it to him in the form of a list. So say what you have to say, but just understand
Excellent.
that in character.
In the form
I can tell you many things about this sword.
It was crafted during the Age of Arcanum by a very powerful priestess of Pelor, the Dawn Father. It was wielded by several after the calamity. The priest that crafted it in the name of Pelor and wielded it to help defeat the gods, or the betrayer gods. It was lost for generations at a subterranean battlefield where the Pelor did battle with Tharizdun. It was later recovered by a cult of Tharizdun who carried it for years, unable to wield it, but wanting to keep it away from those that can, until eventually they had a run-in with a one whispered one, who slew them, took it for himself, and was in the process of trying to corrupt it when he was locked away in the Shadowfell for so long at his tower without having access to it until it was then collected by Allura and Kima during their expedition to retrieve the eye and hand of Vecna. On their expedition, they came across artifact and decided to lock it up with the rest of the dangerous items that they had. Kim had already had a great a great sword version of a Holy Avenger, which suits her more, and so they've decided to just kind of stash it away until it was stolen by Fike and his crew, his old crew, um, and you kind of know the rest.
I give all of that information to Fike in the form of a list.
There you go.
List format.
I try to stop him once he gets to the part where he goes like, "You broke into a vault, you threw it into a portable hole." I try to stop him at that point where I enter the story, but I assume he continues.
Like,
These are
yes,
all
I know, I
vital
was
parts of its
there.
history that you wish to know. So, you stab someone with it, then you stab someone with it again, then you stab someone else with it.
You chucked it a few times after saying that you would never chuck it.
No, I lied to it instantly. I told it I would never throw it, and I threw it out the door.
Then there was that one night with Father Jacob. No.
Hey, I've only spent one night with Father Jacob. You keep our relationship out of your mouth.
But yeah, that is a brief history. So your instincts actually were slightly right, Fike, as there was some taint and corruption upon it from the brief time that Vecna was trying to essentially turn it into another sort of cause. Um, but he wasn't able to have enough time with it in order to accomplish that. So there is a little bit of taint on your Holy Avenger.
I mean, there might have been
After
taint
that
on it in
night with
other
the
ways,
father.
but
Wow. I was.
I mean, as I said it, I was like, maybe, I was like, nah, no
no.
We're a
chance.
bunch of Laura
Anyway,
Baileys, dude.
I mean, that's definitely the tattoo I get above my dick.
Holy Avenger.
Holy Avenger.
Yeah.
Oh no, it says Holy Avenger that points down.
Yeah.
Like the man, the myth, and then like the legend on the bottom of the shirt, like very.
Oh no. On the front is Avenger and it points down, and in the back towards the asshole it says like Holy, and that's how that goes.
But that is all the information that Tharn is able to provide you.
All right, well, thank you, Master Thon. That makes a lot of sense now why it was locked away. I'm sorry if for bothering you.
Was no bother. That is what I am here for. Well,
We kinda
bye.
take- Yeah.
Ah, bitch.
If I do divine sense, and I'm looking like directly at the blade.
sorry?
If I do
You
divine
cut
sense,
out there for a second.
Do I get any hint of desecration from it?
Just the faintest. Like, you have done divine sense around this weapon before. It's so faint that you actually have to be concentrating looking at it when you do your divine sense for it even to register the slightest little bit. So it's very little corruption on it, but there is some there. You get the sense that also from Tharn's information that he gave you, it's from two different sources. Probably one from the battle with Thrisdun, and the other from Vecna.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. I'll just start walking with the caravan, and I'm gonna think for a little bit.
But you know, like Tony Stark said, I don't trust anybody without a little bit of a dark side. But anyway,
Ooh.
you guys continue to march on. You continue to march on. Is there any conversations or planning that you guys would like to do during the march? Are you guys
Yeah.
trying to get as far as you can, as fast as you can?
Basically.
Hmm.
We've got to start getting productive.
Yes,
We can't
I
just
agree.
let them build up their entrenchments.
Because I will tell you, I'm trying to get an idea here of like you've got over 100 miles of rough travel to get to the first destination, which is Terra. You've probably got like 175 miles to go. That's
Do we want to just have this
that
discussion
kind of
real
Jersey
quick?
journey.
I mean,
Just say that
we good.
I'm not trying to urge you to do anything. I'm just giving you, timeline. That kind of a march for this many people is something that's going to be measured in probably weeks, not days.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna suggest we could do kind of like what Matt does when they're traveling on the high seas, and then we can just role play in the middle of it, all that.
If that's the way you want to do it, we can do it that way as well.
I mean, unless somebody wants to start planning now. I mean,
Like we can do it to where if you guys want to start planning, and depending on what ideas come forward, that will like we can be a little wibbly wobbly with the time here if you guys would like. I understand a lot of shit has been thrown at you guys in a very short amount of time. You haven't had a ton of time to try and figure out what you want to do. So if you'd like to take some time to do that, we can be a little wibbly wobbly with the time stream here, and you guys.
Well,
The
before we
time
get-
stream is
before we
already
get-
wibbly wobbly. That's how we got into this mess, Bill.
Before we get too deep into a wibbly,
So let's just turn it up to 11.
before we get too deep into a wibbly wobbly time stream, then let's just have a group discussion here on day 2 with the
Yep.
with the caravan.
We'll even put a time limit on it. We'll say by 8:40 at the latest, 8:30 at the latest. We will, or 10, 15
and we don't even need to do
minutes.
it in character necessarily, if that might make it go a little.
No,
better.
you do not
Yeah, that might
have to do it in character. You guys can do it out of character. That will probably help.
Yeah.
Be a little
Okay.
bit more.
So
I don't
guys,
see any value in us just marching for weeks
no.
with this
No.
group.
No.
So the question is, first we need to decide: are we going to go and do something on our own, or are we going to try to utilize whatever resources we have?
I think in small insurgent teams is probably our best route to do at the moment. So maybe we go and do something separate from this group, and we have this group go and do something different. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So like, we have a main mission. Like, just for shits and giggles, just to give you an example, our mission is all right. Let's go take out Vandra. You guys do reconnaissance on the movements of the the army. Get as much information as you can.
Well, they've
So
got a
these-
4-day march before they even get back to the general area of Crag. Like, if we took the 16,000
Right.
troops and told them, everybody you can march backwards, we're going to do something, that's 4 days right there.
And
No,
they're,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
exhausted
Yeah, I'm
and
just-
demoralized, right?
No,
Like,
I'm
I think
just-
we need
Send
to
them
just
on.
know.
Honestly, just send the army onto Terra and onto Lirangorn. Terra and Lirangorn probably have enough druids, wizards, and other casters that they can get them in and out of places so that they can fuck with shit without us being there to direct them.
I like
They're
that.
people who are from Craghammer, Amon, wherever the fuck else. They know the terrain better than we do and can probably plan better ways to fuck with them than we can in just vague generalities of saying, hey, go here, fuck shit up.
We didn't even. Go ahead. Sorry.
Like between Terra and Lyringorn, they've probably got at least, a few druids who are like high enough level to cast, say, transport via plants, or a few wizards who are high enough level to cast like teleportation circle. And that's really all that we need from them, rather than having them march all the fucking way back to Craghammer or whatever, where they're just gonna get their asses handed to them again.
Right.
Okay, so then we tell the 16,000 troops and whatever refugees stay with them to march for another week and a half to Terra, and then ask the druids there to transport them to places where they can randomly harass the army.
Fuck, it's better than leaving them like to just fucking go back to the hobgoblins.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I
Like the
we were-
druids
to
are
Lyra-
druids, they'll be able to provide. They'll be better able to provide for them than basically anywhere else around.
Did you say Lyrangorn had mages and stuff?
Probably they're an elf city, aren't they?
No, they're a small settlement.
Nope,
aren't
they are. They're a. I mean, they're not. They are. Here, let me. They are. They actually are some of the few. Have some of the few surface drow in this world. Where is it? It's page 60.
Yeah, small elven city atop the Elven Peaks.
Mm-hmm.
Small. It's considered a small city, population of about 5,500. Mostly wood elf, some high elf, some dark elf, some dwarves, and some humans. But they would probably have at least, a handful of magic users that are powerful enough to cast the spells that you're talking about.
Yeah. So we don't. Most of them can rest and eat food and not die.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of them can attack the hobgoblins as they see fit.
Yeah.
We don't need to necessarily direct them. We don't have the magic to mass transport them back anywhere. We don't have frankly, we're not going to make them march anywhere because that's just going to waste time that we can better spend on other things. Like, even if they don't help us at all, at least they're out of the way and they're not going to get murdered and eaten by the Tarask. Or eaten by the Tarask.
What about this idea? What if we told the caravan to go to Terra, had Assume or anybody take point, or Kima take point on that, and get them all fixed up, settled to the point where we will call them to have, and we go ahead, place, and set up negotiations or ask for aid from them, so that we don't just show up at their doorstep with all these refugees and just be like, "Hey, we need your help." And then we
I'm
work
sure
out a
they've got
deal.
enough people to handle negotiations. I don't think we need to get
Assume is supposedly a smart dude. He can fucking negotiate his own way into Terra. Like, the best thing that we can do right now is to go around.
That's not what I was saying. I was talking about negotiating Lyran.
Yeah, exactly. They've got Assume. He can handle that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The most effective thing we can do right now is go around and start murdering Hobgoblin leadership, or take
Exactly.
control of the Tarask.
So does anybody have an objection with trying what we were talking about at the end of last session, and we were talking about in the group chat?
I think it's a good idea.
I don't think that. I think that the places that they're in are too powerfully warded to have anything like that be successful.
Unclear. And they can't be under under warding against that sort of thing. All the warding I know of for that sort of thing is single location based. I'm taking full advantage of this conversation being out of character. All the wording I know for that thing is single location based, and they can't be under that sort of warding 24/7. They have to step out of it at some point.
Right, but we have no idea what that point is.
Yes, But then
So-
that becomes the next question that we're going to do is, I mean, we can at least try and see if where they are is warded against this. If it isn't, then worst comes to worst, we lose a day.
So this is my idea to figure out their pattern. It's to go, and I know you guys don't think this is gonna happen, but for one, we kill two birds with one stone. We take out one of their generals, one of their main guys, Vandrick, and possibly get some intel at his workshop on movements, where they are, what they're doing. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking hard to find or hard to get out of him, but at least it's better than going and just doing something and blowing our cover. Like, oh, they're gonna spell if it fails.
I think we go. I don't think we get any information out of Vandrick.
No,
Not
there's
out of
no way
Vandrick, but maybe in his
give
workshop,
us information.
paper, or we
His-
find something, or
his-
Pike
His work
gets into something.
is in the Reifenmus Peninsula, and the Emperor and Empress and the Tarask are in Amman. I don't know how much useful information would be there. I would suggest.
You don't know until you try.
Well, we don't know until we try the other ideas as well, and I think we're better off going after the Empress.
Emperor.
No, Empress first. She's the one with resurrection magic. And frankly, if I were a megalomaniacal emperor who was worried about adventurers coming to murder me in my sleep, I'd have a stash of 25,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds somewhere, just in case a true resurrection spell was needed.
Yeah, and if someone killed your significant other, and there was nothing you could do to stop it, and they're trying to take back a country, I would definitely decimate a city.
He's decimated 3 cities so far.
No, he's taken all of them without decimating them. All the troops marched in, there was 0 resistance, and they took a whole bunch of natural resources. Why rebuild shit? They didn't even have to fight for it. If we take the Emperor out first, we're good. If we take him out last, we're fighting over rubble.
And that's what we fight over. Ammon's been rebuilt once before in the last 50 years.
I mean, I would prefer not to destroy Amon, but I do agree with David that if we leave the cleric is going to resurrect the Emperor, and we're back to where we started.
Yeah. Plus, it makes him stupid, and that means that we can potentially manipulate him into doing something further stupid.
I just think we're going into this way too blind.
Well, we don't really get a choice.
Yeah, no.
Because we got the shittiest roll possible coming out of the Feywild.
No, not
the shittiest roll possible to keep the campaign
Not
going.
the
The shittiest roll possible to keep the campaign actually going. Bill, you said yourself that the shittiest option meant insta game over.
Pretty much.
Which would have been a natural 20. So
yes.
Dog jumped on the table. He ripped off all the sides, but we could still save the turkey.
Yes.
I honestly think finding intel or getting intel is what we need to do right now, so that we have okay, this is what's happening. So we know that this will work or this will work. We don't have any intel. We have nothing.
Well, here's
We're
the
just
thing.
going off
If we try our plan, we haven't lost anything other than a day.
Yeah, we don't even necessarily lose a full day. We lose a 9th level spell slot, and that's it.
And
my question is are they going to know that something cast on them but it didn't work?
No, probably not.
Well, there's that problem. That
well, it's blocked by if they're in Amon and they're working there, then it's blocked by magic that's probably already been put up long before they got to Amon. So it would make no fucking sense if they got information from said warding spell about what it blocked.
Exactly.
We know the Empress is the cleric.
I just don't want.
Yeah, we do know the Empress is the cleric and the Emperor is the wizard.
He was very forward about waving his big black book around when he was with us last time.
I was just asking. I'm asking for the Empress specifically because I don't remember that at all.
I think she was introduced as a high priestess of some kind.
Fucking. I introduced myself as father. Doesn't mean shit.
I just don't want to lose our element of
Well, it does mean you have
surprise.
holy magic,
That's
so
all.
He knows we're out here.
Yeah. Also, the premise is if we do this and if it works once.
Exactly.
mm-hmm.
That's why.
We can't just go back to the well and keep doing it over, and it's just there'll be protections taken.
Yeah,
so
that's why I'm saying like we should get intel so we have contingencies if if shit hits the fan. Like
If we
this is our
can
one
only
shot.
do this once, then the cleric, who's probably the most powerful, frankly, probably the most powerful cleric still alive in Taldore, is a good place to go with that.
Okay, so then what's our next step? Do this gate thing again. How are we gonna get to him?
Oh,
Well,
Yeah, I mean, we can't think too many steps ahead because shit's gonna fall apart the further along we get. I think we go after the Empress, and we can try the misdirection thing, and see if we can distract the Emperor and think it was a plot by Vandrick, and maybe that buys us some time or an opportunity in the confusion to do something else. But if we start thinking 10 steps ahead, we're just gonna end up analysis by paralysis, and none of it's gonna end up getting used.
okay, so the plan is we're gonna go into the bungalow, open up a gate. We're gonna get the Empress to come to us. We're gonna kill the Empress. That's the plan.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Bill, you have a 5-bedroom apartment map on Roll20 that we can use.
Actually, I was thinking
Just
if
making it
if we're doing this, then I would bring up the bungalow and make it look like similar to Vandrick's tower where we fought him last time. Just kind of his decorative style and that kind of thing. So we could probably just use that map.
Wait, here's a question. We were talking about
Okay.
Emperor being a wizard. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Who's
He's
to
a
say
wizard
he
who
doesn't
also
fucking have
carries
clone
the
too?
Yeah, because if we go after him first, he might just clone. But if we go after,
If he
who's
has
to
a
say that
clone,
they didn't cast who's to say that clones haven't been made of other characters? Like
if he has clone and he's set it up even reasonably intelligently, there's no fucking way that we're finding his clone before he dies.
well, what if he cloned his wife?
If he's set up a clone for her and and is moderately intelligent about it, there's no fucking way we find hers either before she dies.
What if they all have wish and they have an army of duplicates of themselves?
This
Like-
is this is getting very Dragon Heist right now.
I wish I'd
Like
alcohol.
if they
I'm
have
hearing a lot of
clones,
what-ifs.
there's not a ton
hearing
that
a lot
we
of
can
what-ifs.
do about it. Yeah, if they have clones, there's not a ton we can do about it. If I understand what Bill's kind of said in the past, they can only clone themselves once, right?
That is correct.
Okay. So if that's the case, then we go back to the drawing board and we we try and find another way to murder them. If nothing else, we basically make it so that they are stuck solely within the palace in Amon, for fear of us fucking summoning them away at any point.
Yeah, but at least
is-
if we kill the Emperor and we get the crown of Tarrasque controller, whatever the fuck he has on him, we at least can take that piece off the board. And God forbid they have warding protection about us doing it again. We could just have the fucking if we don't give a shit about saving Amon, we could just have Tarrasque eat the fucking Cloud Top district.
Yeah,
That's a good point. Right? If even if the Emperor is resurrected, he doesn't get his shit back.
What I was thinking
We
is,
have his shit.
what I was thinking is we just set Tarrasque, and this is a really dumb idea, but it's like it's something that we can do, like if we need help, because we don't have an army. They have an army. It's like, oh, I have an army. Hulk. Okay, we take the mind control away and let the Tarrasque go have fun with the Hobgoblin. literally right there in the middle of the Hobgoblin army.
We don't know that.
I mean, I have a prediction that it's by a Hobgoblin.
You know that there were
Question.
all you know is that there were hobgoblins around it. They wouldn't just leave the Tarrasque, leashed to a peg in the ground in the middle of the woods. There's definitely going to be people there dealing with it, but that doesn't mean that it's in the middle of the army. It could be 40 guys who are just tasked with feed the Tarrasque.
Question for Bill.
Yep.
Would it be reasonable to, given what the Tarrasque is, it's like a creation of Bane or whatever, would the control thing, would there be a sort of skill check we could make to see if it is even possible to control the Tarrasque being not like a follower of Bane? Like, could we make like a religion check?
I would say that if you had the said item in your possession, you could definitely do that.
Okay,
But
cool.
as you haven't been able to examine one as of yet, then you wouldn't really have any reference point as of yet.
Okay, cool.
So what if? Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, what if we killed the Emperor and took the medallion pendant and used it
I
as
mean,
our
this
own,
is
but that
like
might
this
that
is also, from as far as we know, like even odds on this sort of thing. Like this is also, as far as we know, based off of the same shit that they've been using to control dragons, I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
And that hasn't shown any restrictions on who controls shit. So, like, it's possible that there's no way for us to control it, but there's also just as good a chance that we could absolutely steal the Tarrasque and use it to wreck people's shit. So that's, if that goes badly, it goes badly. But for now, sure, that's an option that we can keep on the table. Is doing that.
Is this what we want to do? Do we is the plan to try and get control of the Tarrasque? Because
probably the best option we have right now because we don't have the forces.
How is that the best option?
Because we don't have the forces to deal with forces while we're dealing with Wrath.
Right,
Can't
but
just go
even
head
with the
on.
Tarrasque, we don't have anything we need to deal. The Tarrasque is only useful in open field combat against large armies. The only other way to use it would be,
No,
hey,
it's also a
10,000 there's 10,000 hobgoblins in Western. Well, they're just going to stay in Western. The only way to use the Tarrasque is to use it to destroy the city of Western, to kill as many hobgoblins as possible, which also gets all of the civilians there caught up in.
I mean,
and
option
destroys
number
the town.
2 with controlling the Tarrasque is also, we just make it super fucking docile while we seal it away again.
Right.
Yeah.
That part's
the
an
best
option. I'm just saying to try to get control of it to be used as a weapon doesn't seem. Because remember, there's not a hobgoblin army now. There was a hobgoblin army. There is now a hobgoblin occupation force. They are spread across the breadth and width of Tal'Dorei.
Yeah.
They are in every city except Whitestone yet, but that'll change soon. Presumably, they have supply lines in between and forces, distributed about. There is no one place we can go to fight the army or beat the army.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
no, at
there is
that point,
one
it's probably.
there is one leverage. Just basically threaten to send it. I mean, we don't have to, but if he calls our bluff, we do it to the capital of Hobgoblin place. Just let it loose.
Well,
So
here's the other thing. If on the off chance that our plan works really well, and the Emperor actually thinks that Vandrick betrayed him, then maybe he resummons his armies and centralizes them to go back and take out Vandrick. In which case, at that point, if we take control of the Tarrasque, then we've got easy time wiping out the army.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he would go to those sorts of lengths. I mean,
no, I
even
don't
if
think
he
you would
believes
either.
that
Prideful.
Vandrick is the one that was behind it, like, you got to remember, this is a rigid, hierarchical military society. He can literally just send a message to one of his generals and go, "Bring me Vandrick."
Yeah.
He doesn't need to raise an army to go and get one level 19 or 20 wizard. He's not going to abandon all of Taldore to march back on his own capital.
No, he won't.
He seems pretty prideful and egotistical. I mean, he might, but it's a low chance. But
No.
I was just the fact of, for one, I'm thinking of it as back in like the days of like Nazi Germany, like you send somebody, like you send like a nuke to the capital, like they're gonna do everything they can to defend it because the capital, you know.
I mean, that's
So
100% not what happened in Nazi Germany.
I know.
I know.
An example.
Yeah,
It's hard as
what?
fuck, dude. Like I'm saying,
I think I have
if
access
send
to.
a nuke, Nazi Germany would do something about it.
All right, I made sure Knox definitely has a -1 to his history and in real life, making sure.
Well, so I think we're getting back to analysis paralysis, and we're trying to think 30 steps ahead.
Right.
I don't know. I
Like,
feel
what
like
do
you
we
guys
want?
are making good progress. You've got an idea of what you want to do. It's just a matter of the details. Which one
Yeah.
do you want to try to bring to you, and what are the ramifications of that going to be? I feel like
Yeah,
you're
this
getting
is-
caught up in what the ramifications would be, and I think you need to concentrate more on what are we going to do, because you have no idea what the ramifications are going to be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's no
exactly.
point in trying to guess what they're going to be.
Well, let's look at what we've already narrowed down. Right, we're not marching with the army. The army's going ahead. We're giving them some sort of a direction. So that's done. We know that we are operating just as us. Right. It seems like we have 4 possible targets to either try to bring to us or to go to. Those 4 targets are Vandrick, the Tarask, the Emperor, the Empress. The Emperor and the Empress are in the same relative place. The Tarask, we don't know where it is, but we know how we can get to it, or potentially bring it to us, though that would suck. Actually, no, we can't bring it to us. Sorry, it's too big. We can't gate
Yeah.
it anywhere.
Mhm.
So we could go to it, and then we've got Vandrick, who also potentially is in a different place than the Emperor and Empress. We can bring to us, or we can go to it. That seems like our 4 people are 3 directions. So now we just have to make a choice.
My vote continues to be for killing the Empress first. I think taking the not only taking the resurrection magic, but also just taking her healing and the support capabilities that she brings to the table out of the picture. And I like the possibility of dealing with an angry emperor as opposed to the calm one who's made all of this happen so far. That's my vote.
That's true. Angry makes mistakes.
Exactly.
Right, so we got 1 vote for the Empress.
We got 2. I think that also gives us an opportunity to sow some level of confusion and buy us like at least another day or two to go either after Vandrick or the Emperor
Yeah.
before they realize what's going on.
The Vandrick thing would be a nice bonus, but it's not, necessarily. It's not super crucial, but it is a nice potential bonus that we can get out of the Empress thing.
The second the Empress is gone, the Vandrick and the Emperor are going to start talking. So if we eliminate one of the wizards, at least they'll shut up. My vote is still for the Emperor.
Just because I don't want them talking in my brain.
We'll be in the bungalow. There's no way for him to easily contact us there.
Well, I think he means talk to each other, which is a
Oh.
fair point.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, that's the
"Hey,
other thing
something's
about
happening."
that's the other thing about being like, oh, we'll make it look like Vandrick took her. Like immediately the Emperor would be like, Vandrick, you should take my wife, and Vandrick's gonna be like, "What do you mean? I'm just sitting here. I'm so comfortable. Listen to my voice."
For once, maybe we can put Vandrick's inherently suspicious sounding voice to our advantage.
Open the gate. Willkommen in Empress, yeah.
I'm fucking dead.
My Fräulein, please come here.
Someone clip this shit, please.
I made you a chocolate cake.
You welcome to me,
sorry.
Empress. Max now.
I don't know why you guys get so triggered by that. I think it's funny as
Fuck
hell.
you.
He just has an inherently suspicious voice.
I'm just gonna have chocolate and be sad.
Vandrick's just as fuck and needs to get ejected.
We will do our best to make that happen. But yeah, 2 votes for Empress first, it sounds like.
And 1 vote for Emperor.
2 votes for Emperor.
Okay.
I think getting the pendant to control the Tarask is important. Because if we have control of the Tarask, we have giant blue on our side. Even if people are stuck inside cities, it'll keep them inside of the city. And it'll make it docile so we can make it go away. So
if we actually get our forces back, having a giant Tarask on one side of the city and all our forces heading towards Western kind of pinches them. Just saying.
So I vote Emperor. Even if he comes back, I'll have a
Ren, what's your vote? It's up to you.
Well, and you.
And you.
And you.
Oh, I don't vote in these things.
Why?
Because Darn is true neutral.
Because there's 6 people.
Well, no. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in all the time we've been playing together, I've never once cast a vote in any of them.
I noticed.
Technically, I'm playing as a guest in your game.
But you're really
Always
fucking
voiced,
not.
but I have not voted in a single one of these.
You're really fucking not anymore.
Well, if it helps you, I'm also not going to be here next week when a portion of whatever this is going to be happening. So it'd be weird for me to dictate something and then be like, all right, well, have fun, guys.
Even though there might be 2 of you there because 2 Tharns.
Yeah, you can use Mark. You can use your clone to be able to be here next week.
I cast Gate. Bye.
Make a call, Ren. The entire
Don't you fucking dare!
It's all up to you.
There's a reason she's been fucking quiet all night.
You can't sit on the egg that long, Ren. If you sit on the egg...
Yeah, you decided to wait until everyone else voted. So.
Mama always said, sit on the pot or get off.
Well, you guys wanted them flipping a fucking coin.
Oh no!
You only have yourself to blame.
No, wait, hold on. Ren, hold on.
Wait.
Do not flip a coin. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a
Roll a
it
die.
is a coin.
No,
it is
no,
a D2. It is a D2. It is a with
I want you to roll it in chat. I want everybody to be able to see it.
Okay, I never get to use my D2 then. Thank you.
Odds are even. Sorry, maybe next campaign.
All right,
odds or
which is odds,
evens,
which is even?
or however you want to do it.
Mike, what do you want? Odds or even?
Yeah, you guys decide. What do you want? People who voted for Empress. What do you
Even
want?
for the Queen. Even for the Empress.
All right.
Even for the Empress. All right.
Yeah, let's go. Emperor.
All right.
Odd it is. Emperor it is.
Let's do this thing.
All right.
Well, wait.
Really
Now, I don't want to complicate this any further, but is this like a day 2 we've just had this conversation and now we're going to do this tonight, or did you want Tharn to make a simulacrum and then he gets 2 points of exhaustion, and then the more that he sleeps, the less the exhaustion, and then
Prep. Total prep. I want to be prep.
Well, yeah.
and did you
So
also
I think
did you also want to have a hero's feast 24 hours before?
Yes.
And did you also
Yes.
want
Yeah.
like those things weigh
Absolutely.
into it too? So
Absolutely.
yeah. So we can set up the bungalow that lasts for 24 hours.
mhm.
Do the prep spells, get some rest. Um, burn a greater restoration to take one of your points of exhaustion away, and then refresh to try it the next day or after the
Yeah.
rest.
And then see if there's anything else that we have that can help us prep better.
Okay.
Because
So
we
then
need as much prep for this as possible. This is our one shot.
okay.
One
So
opportunity.
Then are we
Mom
agreed
spaghetti.
that the point right now is we get to the end of the day walking with everybody, they start going to camp, we make the bungalow and start prepping?
I think that's the
Sure,
plan.
that works.
All right, Bill, that's what we do.
I leave it up to you guys. It's your call. All right,
Okay.
that is what happens.
As a side note, when everyone stops and begins to set up camp and everything, Tharn is going to take 1 hour and cast Temple of the Gods and create a
Okay.
Temple of Melora for everyone to sleep in that night. I mean, not everybody can't get in it, but I mean,
A good
hundreds,
amount.
thousands of people can fit into 100 by 100 by
Hmm.
Also,
30,
it's an
yeah.
added little bonus for anybody who might be getting healed still from
Yeah.
lingering injuries.
Absolutely, totally.
Sweet.
Man, that spell is clutch, dude.
Mm.
Clerics.
It is a fucking awesome spell. Clerics are the shit, man. I try to tell everybody.
No, you always say bards are the shit. Don't
Yeah,
jump on the
you really do.
train.
Cleric. I have never gone away from cleric. Has always been my favorite class. Number one, cleric, wizard, barbarian. All right. So you guys, it's your call. Basically, the way you understand it is, they didn't see you at the battle, like at any point. They think that you're either dead or abandoned. Like they are, the bad guys are unaware. So you guys have as much time to prep this pretty much as you want. Because the way they see it, they've won. Like it's over. So
Do have an element of surprise because they think we're dead.
Right, but the longer we take, the more they
Or-
get settled in and build up, enchantments and shit like that.
Yeah,
well, that's
and
true
also
too. I'm just saying, as far as the prep, you guys can do pretty much whatever you want. You can just tell me, we take
Roll
this
20 is like, fuck you.
much time, we do this many things, and it will you'll pretty. I mean, within reason. I mean, you can't like at the same time. Bureau's right. Like the longer you take, the more entrenched they get. But
Right.
I'm just saying,
I mean,
if there's any prep kind of stuff you guys want to do, you can tell me right now. Once you summon, so you said you were summoning the tower to look like Vandrick's tower, or is that still the plan?
Yes,
Okay.
so
So
you guys will try it.
I'll give
even
you
if it
this
doesn't work.
as well.
Oh.
If you guys will remember this this location.
I do.
Oh.
It even has that shark tank over there.
The not shark.
Okay.
You remember
so-
pretty good there, Beer.
I'm going to set up a private sanctum to fill almost all of this space except for like a spot right here, like just big enough to allow for a gate spell.
Okay. How does that work?
Private
Explain it to me.
sanctum. Yeah, let me just blast it into chat.
So I guess what I'm asking, is there like a radius thing, or like a square like shape size thing, or
100
can we
feet
drop
on
a
each
token
side.
Yeah, so
100 feet
feet
on
total.
each
Just
side, so that would be
so
everything,
like
right?
Yeah, pretty much. So I would just say, like, I'll try to set it up in a way that, like, maybe at the very bottom of the map, I'll leave a small space for the gate.
Here, let me give you. I just gave you a token,
So
and I'm going to
we'll
put a
just
little X on it to indicate that it's a indication of thing. You can put a radius thing on there and kind of drop it wherever, or a square thing on there, get the size right, and drop it wherever you'd like.
how much room does gate need? Let me look that up.
Up to 10 feet.
Yeah, this is the time to do that. All the stuff you want to prep.
Mm,
If you guys want to lay down glyphs of warning, all that kinds of shit. This is you
Yep.
have as many days as you decide you want to use to do all this stuff. So
Well, I mean, if we're gonna
Any kind
put down glyphs of warding in
swapping
the
out if you want to swap out what do you call them, attunements and shit. This is
okay.
prep
Okay,
time.
it's going to be just that big, just big enough for the Empress to fit through. And then I would say, like,
Emperor.
Vanya, like, be prepared as soon, Emperor, be prepared, Vanya, to stand, like, right there. And as soon as he appears, knock him the hell out of that spot so he can't plane shift out.
which spot? The spot with the dead bureau on it.
Yep.
Cool.
The spot with the dead beer.
That's what it is.
It's just a bureau shaped like one of the chalk drawings on the ground.
Actually, I had another idea for that
Hmm.
that would not well,
I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
yeah, go for it. I did have another idea though.
Hmm.
Okay.
Since there are two Tharns.
Mhm.
One Tharn will cast Gate. The other Tharn will hold an action, and as soon as the person comes through the gate, anti-magic sphere.
Oh.
I like that.
Now,
Does that do anything to the
all
bungalow?
of our magical weapons and armor will no longer be magical, but he'll be completely not magical, and you just walk in there and just give him a good old-fashioned mud hole stomping.
I like
mean,
that.
Yeah.
Which a few of us can do.
if we're gonna anti-magic field him, then I'll just grapple him and knock him prone, and we can kick the shit out of him when he's on the ground.
Would that mess with the bungalow though?
Yeah, that's a very good question.
That's a good question. I was going to ask Bill about that when he gets back, because that's something that I imagine I would know.
What's up?
I know.
So we're
If-
talking about potentially casting anti-magic sphere. It would be within the bungalow.
Okay.
Would that mess with the bungalow in any way?
Let me look up anti-magic. What's the exact spell you're talking about? Is it
Anti-magic
Anti-magic
field.
field.
Oh, you just dropped it in chat. Thank you.
Yeah.
10-foot radius, invisible sphere of anti-magic surrounds you. The is divorced from the magical energy that suffuses the multiverse. Within the sphere, spells can't be cast, summoned creatures disappear, and even magic items become mundane. Until the spell ends, the sphere moves with you, centered on you. Okay, so you have to cast it on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A slot expanded to cast spells and other magical effects except those created by an artifact or a deity are suppressed in the sphere and can't protrude into it. A slot expended to cast a suppressed spell is consumed. While an effect is suppressed, it doesn't function, but the time it spends suppressed. As far as I'm going to continue reading this as you talk, so I might change my mind. But as far as I can tell, it seems to me that from that sentence where it says that the area is divorced from the magical energy that suffuses the multiverse, I would say that it should be able to operate inside the bungalow just like it would operate on any other plane of existence.
Okay.
I'm going to keep reading, so if something pops up that changes that, I'll pipe in, but as for now, that is my ruling.
Cool.
Cool. I think that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
That cripples him big time.
Just make sure that it's actual Tharn that casts the anti-magic field, because I feel like a simulacrum would just
Kill itself.
Disappear.
yeah
Yeah.
just stop working.
Yeah, no, that absolutely would.
Be hilarious though.
Also, because I'm casting the simulacrum through the cape, would it be a full simulacrum, or would it still not have? Would it still be missing the spell slot
No,
used to cast
Cape
it?
is making simulacrum,
It
not
would
you.
be,
Yeah.
yeah, it would
Gonna
be a
be-
full simulacrum because the cloak is what's creating it, not you.
Nice.
Exactly.
Cool.
Nice.
Where you get like the simulacrum repetitive motion, like Biro could, and then because Biro's clone could do it, there would be a chain.
Right. And you can never break the chain.
You can't stop the signal, Mal.
Kill me, Mal. Kill me with a sword.
I need to rewatch Firefly. It's been a long time.
Same.
Yes.
I think the last
Good
time I
old
did that-
fashioned level 1 beatdown.
I think the last time I watched was in like 2013. Damn.
So,
So,
how about that?
After finishing the spell, I sustain my first ruling.
dope.
Sweet.
Sweet.
All right. So is that it? You guys are done planning?
I think probably one more good point is that we'll plan to time this like during noontime in Amman.
Let's plan to try it around 7:05 a.m.
Sure, I'm good with that.
That sounds like the time that the Empress wakes up and takes a dump, and I guarantee you that the bathroom is not warded against anything.
I disagree. I think the bathroom is extra warded.
Not against teleportation magic, though. I imagine that it has wards up there to, like, cleanse
I'll say
cause
teleport out the
silence
shit.
outside of the wall, so you can't hear someone taking a gnarly dump. There's no way. It might even be against divination magic, but teleportation magic, I don't think that it has that warding.
Oh.
That's a premium upgrade
Darn,
you don't
I would.
get.
I would.
Oh.
I think we should call that bluff.
How great is
Call that
that?
bluff.
It's just
Just suck her right off the can.
the full Tyrion Lannister. It's just open the door, us with a crossbow. What up, motherfucker?
Oh,
Oh
shit.
my god.
Shit.
Oh. That is amazing.
Wait, so
That's
how
why
many?
I'm your favorite, Bill.
So we have.
Oh, that's be around, Mark.
So we do have like a long rest coming up, correct, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
You have as many long rests coming up as you would like.
Or if we're planning all these 24-hour spells, no, we don't.
Yes.
I'm just
Well,
making
I
sure
mean,
if
as
if
in, like, when you decide to do that is up to you. I'm just saying, like you guys are on no time limit but your own as to when this little plan of yours, when you kick it off, is what I'm saying.
Listen. I hate ever entering battle with any level of exhaustion, because you never know when it's like, hey, you got to grab this thing, and you're the only one who can. Oh, disadvantage on the dexterity check.
Now, what if
The restoration spell will finally come in handy.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
What if we need someone to eat lettuce slowly? What were we gonna do? We were exhausted.
It was super
we still have
slow.
to do a hero's, right?
I only made it halfway there. My movement speed is slowed down. I can't.
Yeah, exactly. You're fucked.
Yeah.
All
No,
right,
I mean,
so
we can-
what other setup are we doing?
Did you guys want a
Heroes.
Heroes Feast?
I think
Yep.
I
Yes.
think that'd be good to
Sure.
have.
Let's
Oh
do that.
man, it's almost like somebody prepped Heroes Feast just in case you guys needed to do that.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
Wow,
It's
what
so
a good
amazing.
cleric you
Are
are.
we gonna need Heroes
Actually,
Feast?
I did not. I did not prep Heroes Feast. But I take a
Gosh.
minute and then I prep Heroes Feast.
There you go.
Wait. Do we need Heroes Feast if we're gonna be an anti-magic shell that doesn't?
Well, I mean, might be
Better to
not an
be as
anti-magic
prepared as
shell.
possible.
That's true. Our plans always go perfectly well. We always pull it off exactly how
Yeah.
we want.
Also, he probably has some fucking artifacts on him.
That one
Yeah, he
time.
probably has at least one. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't have at least one artifact hiding on him that we
Yep.
know.
Wait,
So-
is a vestige?
Yes.
Vestige is an artifact.
Yes.
This, are they?
Well, I guess they're.
Yeah.
Are they
They're
legendary or
item,
artifact?
not artifacts.
They're legendary. They're artifacts. Yeah.
Okay.
However,
cool.
they are also technically I think there's only one of them that was forged by a god.
That you guys have?
Well, several.
Mine,
I mean,
mine was
sev-
forged.
several of them are god powered in some way, shape, or form. But if Bill's declaring them artifacts, then that
Well, they
doesn't
do
seem to
say-
matter.
Yeah.
So
At least in the wiki, it's like ancient and powerful artifacts from the calamity.
Let me. You know what? Here, let me check the book.
the book lists them as
Why
legendary
guess?
items.
Hmm.
The guesswork is part of the fun.
Wondrous items. Wondrous items. Weapon, longsword, legendary. I'm trying to check a couple of them to see if it gets called an artifact, but nope, it does not appear that. So yeah, sorry, I was wrong.
Hmm.
They are not artifacts.
Yeah, what even is considered a?
As a fun tidbit, Bill, if he does happen to have an arm of the betrayer on him, those are artifacts.
It's so weird.
That is
Hey.
strictly an out of character note for you. Vanya has no clue what those even are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike, do you want to have foresight again?
Me?
Yeah, you're Fike.
You are fine.
And wouldn't it be more prevalent to have Vanya be able to grab his squirrely ass?
I have Indomitable Might.
Mr. Third Floor,
and
hey,
Rage
how
is
you doing?
non-magical.
Thank you
And
so much for the raid.
Yeah, then sure.
Good to see you. How was
Why
your
not?
stream? Welcome
Alright,
to
so after the rest,
shit's gone
I
down in
will
D&D,
cast
and now we gotta
Foresight
figure
on
out how to unfuck ourselves.
Okay.
Hello, raiders.
So is that a yes or a no on the Heroes Feast?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad the stream was good.
Mm,
There you go,
yeah,
Jeff.
yes.
All right, it's gonna be your
Um,
guys'
welcome, friends.
responsibility to keep
I'm
track of all
Flint.
these buffs.
I am a musician. I am a
And
D&D
I'll telepathically
nerd.
bond
I
us
play a
right
lot of
before
VR chat
we,
roleplay as well, and make music.
execute this.
And I voice act visual novels.
Okay.
Right now, we are trying to
Roll
unfuck
those
ourselves in
d10,
this campaign, which is an end game
there,
right
Tharny
now.
Tharn?
As in, it could
Yeah.
be over in the
Actually,
next
before I
couple
cast Heroes
sessions.
Feast, I forgot there was something else that I wanted to do. Was
good to
there
see
any
you
other
all.
stuff that anybody
Appreciate you
else wanted
stopping
to do
by.
before I do this?
Let's go get some food.
No.
I have like 2 spells I,
mean,
want to cast, but that's not.
We probably want a Death Ward on Biro, but
Oh yeah,
Mm,
Death
or
Wards.
Tharn,
Yeah.
but like that's an
Yeah.
action. What are
Any
you
death
thinking?
wards we can get?
I asked Biero where I'll be casting the gate spell. Like what area?
I point him at the what area within the bungalow to make it appear.
Yeah, that isn't
Yeah,
warded.
I point him at the dead bureau marker that I have conjured as a. There's just like an image of my corpse at a spot where.
Wow. Okay.
It just looks like Miro trying his best, but he's still
He's
so
a
dead.
If I could get like
At
if
the
I could
bottom of
if
the
I could get
map,
like 5 more feet, I could ferocious charge his ass into the into a sphere if he tries to get out of it. or sanctum.
Okay. I cast gate and I say the name Kursk.
Oh.
What does that do?
Oh, like the body?
Presumably his full name, if he has a full name, which Thorn would have known,
Yeah.
but Mark is not familiar
He's
with
not.
any last middle name.
I'm looking something up. Can you blast gate into the chat for me real quick? Our roll 20 is being slow.
Yeah, sure.
Hey guys, I want to check this out real quick. Do you guys want to see a dead body?
I know what you're doing, but
Da, da, da.
this might be fucking sad or fucking great. Maybe both.
I know what Bill's looking for too, and I read the spell a few times specifically for this.
What's he looking for?
I have an
Possibly
idea.
see if they need to be alive.
Well, it does specify creature, but
You don't cease being that creature or cease having that name just because you're dead. They're very specific in a lot of these about living creature.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But
Yeah. I'm just thinking. Give me a sec.
We scar
the other option is we summon Kursk from Melora's paradise to Kursk from or afterlife Kursk to
He'd be like, oh,
see us.
come on, guys.
So, Tharn, you cast
D&D
the
is
spell,
fun.
and the gate
Oh,
opens,
hopefully you can find another game and
and
get all the way up to 20. It's fun.
there's a couple of breathless moments, and
Fingers crossed for you.
there's a sucking sound, and you watch a ruined, bloody pile of meat come whap onto the stone floor. It is completely unrecognizable, but based off the spell, you assume this is what's left of Kursk.
okay, I walk up to the body. I pull the necklace off. I grab the body and go, "All things die," and I throw it back through the gate.
Oh my god!
What the?
No, I don't do that.
Totally.
I'm very glad you don't.
Can't believe me over right now.
My boy, look what they did to my boy.
I drop the gate
My
spell.
poor boy.
After the
Okay.
body's through, I drop
Drop
the gate
gate.
spell.
You guys all watch this happen. I assume you're doing this around everyone, Thorn.
No, I mean I think Biero's
No?
there because he pointed out where
Hmm.
the spot was.
All right, so Piero,
Thanks,
you
Ben.
watch this happen. Whap. Just
Jeez.
Okay.
What is it with people meet
Are
recently?
you going to be bringing him back?
I'm already walking over to him. I kneel down, clean some of the blood off of his face as best I can.
face.
Face question mark?
I'll ritualistically cast Gentle Repose.
Totally.
More in honoring the body than in anything else.
Yeah.
But
Reach at least 10.
and once I finish that,
yeah.
assuming Biero's still standing
Fingers
there,
crossed. That sounds like
I'll,
fun. Get
without
it.
looking at him, I'll just sort of say over my shoulder, "Would you be able to go and get Vanya for me, please?"
I nod and I hurry off, and I go find Vanya and just tell him to follow me.
Where's Vanya?
Vanya's probably outside. Seeing to he can't cast any magic, so he's probably concentrating on a control weather spell and helping out people outside.
Okay. You
Sorry to ruin your control weather spell.
you hear rapid footsteps in the snow coming up behind you, and you turn around and see an out of breath Biero come run up to you.
What's up?
Just follow me, and I lead him back to Thorn.
Okay.
You come running back into the
Kursk
mansion.
was our level 10
to see
NPC ward,
Thorn
basically.
over the top of
Kiddo
a bloody
that we
heap
rescued.
of mess of flesh, probably encased in the thing that you recognize is the armor that the flesh is encased in.
Oh, fuck. My boy. I'll head over and kneel down next to the body. How'd you find him? Still just staring at where Kursk's face used to be.
I brought him to us. I did nothing. Melora brought him back to us.
Brought him back is maybe not the term I'd use, but thank you.
It will be in just a few minutes.
Oh.
Bill, you said that he's a jumbled mess, but is he like jumbled mess like Spartan at the end of 300 jumbled mess, or like just a hunk of ground beef with a tooth sticking out sort of mess?
Like he was crushed by a collapsing tunnel in the entrance of Craghammer as it was being ripped down.
The only reason I ask is for spell related stuff. Like
Yeah.
he's
I
not
figured.
missing his head, his liver hasn't been
No,
ripped out.
the majority of him, no, nothing like that. The majority of him is there.
Okay.
It's just a bloody, like when Keeler jumped off the cliff and landed on the rocks, like just like
Yeah.
Right.
like that
Basically,
kind of a state.
From a mechanical standpoint, I'm asking about the difference between raised dead and resurrection. Raised dead should work if he's not missing any body parts or anything.
Yeah, both could work. Yes, both are
Okay.
Because raised dead is 10 days is the time limit, right?
Right.
So yeah, you're within the time frame, so you could do a raised dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, Tharn desperately wants him back, but also only wants to spend 500 gold.
He's, it's just, why waste when it's not necessary?
Yeah, that's what having a 20 wisdom looks like.
Yep. Are you going to begin the ritual?
Yes, I am. And
I imagine, Biro, you inform the rest of the party that this is going on. All right. You guys, is it like a message you send out, or run around and find everybody? Because I think it takes like an hour to cast, right? So.
I mean, I'll burn sendings if I need to, if people are spread that far out. Otherwise, I'll just, chase people down.
I can't imagine they're spread that far out.
Yeah, not too much.
And it's an hour casting time, so you've got some time. You can run around and... Because here's what I want to do. I want to do quick little takes of, like, Bureau runs into, like, Ren, where does Bureau find you? as he comes running in out of breath to
Okay. Yeah, she's probably just kind of helping out a group, maybe with the more soldier-esque ones kind of going through some, like, what do they call it? Hemo motions.
All
With
right.
Crackle nearby.
So much like much like Vanya, you hear fast footsteps and crunching snow as you turn around and see Bureau sprinting up to you, running out of breath.
What happened? Is something wrong?
No, possibly something very good. Come with me to Tharn. You probably want to see it yourself.
I shall take good news in this time. We'll follow after him.
All right, so the two you run after, and Alexis, where are you during this? Noxus?
Oh, I didn't hear you say my name. Noxus
Oh, sorry.
is he is probably with Kima trying to bolster her up. And now that she is talking, he's trying to get her to bar because like
To
like
spar?
yeah, subtly like kind of poke at her.
Yeah.
So it's her idea, not his. He's trying to get her
All
back
right.
to her old self. So like he's kind of just like he's starting to annoy her, like how
Yeah.
to push her buttons. So that's what he's
Exactly.
doing right now. He's kind of annoying her, but in
Yeah.
a little brother type way.
Yeah. As you're doing that, you see Biero and Ren come sprinting up to you, out of breath.
Nox, stop being a dick. It's time to come. If you want to see something good, or a chance
I'm
at something good, come with
I'm
me.
I'm doing something good.
This, you're not gonna want to miss this.
All right, fine. I'll be back.
All right, the three of you run off. Where's Fike right now?
Dishing out land hands with Father Jacob.
You see the three of Noxus, Ren, and Biero come running up to you through the snow.
Like, come on. There's a chance here that we can salvage something good out of this situation. You're not gonna want to miss this.
Yeah, fine. All right, Jacob. I'll be right back.
Salvage is the term right now.
All right, and he gets kind of like takes your place, and there's like a little kid with a sprained ankle, and he's like, "Let's see what we can do about this," and he like slaps his hands and starts praying. You guys come running back into the bungalow to the scene. This is about 20 minutes after Tharn started casting. You see a heap of bloody mess on the floor with Tharn carving the runic traditional runic Maloran runes and circles around the body, and you can see Vanya. Yeah. What's Vanya doing?
Anya is sitting cross-legged next to it. He looks like he's in thought.
All right.
Bureau. I know you said that something good. That's a pound of flesh.
Just give Tharn time to work.
Yeah, but why did we have to come right now? That's
Because of the ritual.
Because we want to be here to support. He put his life on the line for us so many times. We can spare a few minutes.
Wait.
The
That
pound of
curse?
meat
Yeah.
is Kursk.
Oh shit!
Oh. Damn.
He did not
go over
recognize
and
the
sit
armor.
down right next to
When they say that,
Vanya.
when they say that, you can now recognize the armor encasing the meat, as that custom armor that you guys had created for him. He looks like he had the top of Craghammer dropped on top of him.
Noxus
Does he-
will sit right next to Vanya.
Is he still wearing his brain bucket?
That is gone
Darn.
because the bucket's kind of empty.
It shouldn't be. It's a magic item.
But
You shouldn't be able to get your head crushed.
Technically, it was
If
still
you gotta-
equipped when he died, so I mean.
It should be on his head.
Aw. Yeah, there's no way when a city is dropped on top of you that your helmet could get knocked off.
No way.
We live
He
in
has
a
trash.
magical world where our brains can make fireballs. So that's bullshit.
Anyway, Tharn, you complete the ritual as this begins, and we are going to go into a resurrection ritual. So, who would like to contribute to this ritual?
I'm spamming inspirations.
I know 2 right off the top of my
Vanya will.
head. Yeah.
Am I-
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to ask. Because I'm casting, is this something I would participate in, or am I out of it because I'm casting?
If you choose to. No, you can participate in it
Okay.
if you choose to.
Yeah, you and Vanya were the 2 that
Yeah.
do this.
Go Vanya, go Vanya, go.
I mean,
Too bad I have no charisma skills except for intimidation. So I guess
So
we'll
scare him back into his body.
Yeah,
You
scare him
little
scare him to life.
I mean,
Listen,
is it
Be the one person to scare someone back to
It doesn't
life.
have to be a charisma based.
is
It
it
doesn't
know.
have to be a charisma
I'm
based.
just drawing a blank on how I can use athletics for bringing
Bench
Kirk
press
back
the
from-
meat.
Vanya, I intimidated Euro to come back to life. So just basically like intimidate the fuck out of him, what you would say to make him come back to life. Like, you better come back to fuck to life right now.
take the hell out of him?
Yeah.
Vanya,
I-
go into a rage and start like forcefully
CPR.
resetting all of his bones and yanking like any parts of the armor that like are inside the skin, like just like bending them back out. Like, you will refill this armor with you will.
Bill, is this typically the 3 contributions for the spell?
Yes.
Okay.
There's going to be 3 issues.
Then I will glib myself and I will contribute.
Okay.
3.
How do you contribute?
I'll take a knee next to Kursk, and I'll say, kid, you made yourself a legend greater than all of us combined. You made it worth it that we found you, and you have so much more to contribute to this world with the honor that you've shown. Come back and live the rest of your life.
Make a persuasion check. I know you have your glibness on you, but if you roll a natural 20, it's
Yep.
there are special circumstances for that. So
God. Yes! Yes! Woo! Fucking A!
Wow,
Fucking
Beer did
A!
something right.
Holy
How
shit.
great.
Holy shit!
Well done, man. Good job.
Damn.
Like, just sitting there, just like whispering over to Nock, woohoo, he
No,
did something
Tharn
good.
and Vanya about to say something, then just Curse just sits up before they even get to it.
He's not enough to know what's effective during a ritual.
He sits up in the middle of the ritual, scares Tharn. Tharn pokes him with a stick and kills him again. Shit.
Gotta start over. I'm okay to spend another 500. It's my fault.
you watch as 1/3 of the glyphs that Tharn has carved into the floor flares with intense divine light. Who else would like to try and follow that and contribute to this ritual?
God.
You want to go first, or should I?
Your call. If you're still thinking, then I'll go. If not, then I'll close it out.
No, I think I know what I'm gonna say to him.
All right.
Or what I'm gonna say. All right, Vanya sitting next to Kursk is just gonna look down at him. Oh my boy. Look how they massacred my boy. What did they do to you, my poor boy? You know, when we pulled you out of all of that bullshit with the hobgoblins and Vandrick and the slaves, I thought that picking you out from all of them was Cord's will. And I still think it was, but I felt so sure that because it was Cord's will, it would mean that you would follow me in following him. I kept waiting for you to choose what I thought you would choose. And instead, you chose your own path. And I am sorry that I was angry at you for it, my boy. Perhaps Cord and Melora can come to some kind of accord over splitting time with you or something like that. I will pull a turquoise necklace with an old symbol of Cord off of my neck, the one that's from my home island. That's made of turquoise from my home island.
Yep.
And I will place it around whatever Kursk has remaining for a neck. I was going to give this to you when you asked for the first time. But I think that was stupid of me. So have it. I'd rather have you alive. But, you little shit, you are still my boy. And that means that when I get my ass up there myself, if you don't come down here right now, when I get my ass up there myself, I am going to come to wherever Melora's domain is, and I am going to beat the absolute shit out of you for leaving us alone like this. You hear me, Kursk? I'll beat the shit out of you! Give you a proper Cord lesson so we can really fucking understand each other. For maybe the first time in our lives.
Wild.
You don't want that, do you, boy? So come on back. Please. Please?
Make a wisdom check with advantage.
You have inspiration.
Inspire.
Yep.
You already have it.
God damn it.
18.
Do I have chat inspiration?
Yes,
by
you
any
do.
chance?
You do.
Would you like that as well?
Yeah.
Yes. There we go. That's better.
23,
Mhm.
right? No.
Yes. 23.
Yes, 23. As you stand back up, you watch as the belt of the Stormlord's champion sparks and a bolt of lightning shoots from it into 1/3 of the glyphs that Tharn drew in the ritual, and they crackle and flare with electrical energy.
Vanya will briefly nod his head and then scooch back a bit from Kursk.
One final contribution to this ritual is needed.
Grandpa Tharn, go get your grandson.
That is hardly a measure of our relationship. Since I have known you, you have grown into a great, powerful, properly adherent person. I make very few mistakes, if any at all. But my greatest mistake in recent memory was not bringing you with us. Though your heroics were worthy of such an end, I do not believe that this is your time. Melora herself has told me that there is more for you to do. Melora has told me that there is still greatness for you to achieve. In her name, in your name. All things die, but not until they are supposed to. Great goddess, though I rip this young man's soul from your side where it clearly sits, back to this world of service to you and strife, know that we do it for the purest of reasons, the most important of reasons, that thy will be done. Also, something about medicine, so I can make it a medicine check.
Not a religion. Fuck!
It's either that or I ride him like a pony so it can be animal hand.
Be like, "Tharn, what are you doing?"
Oh, Mark. How much do I love you? Let me count the ways.
Let me list.
I could
Can you
list.
make a
List
list?
the ways.
Listen,
Make a
Bill,
list.
I'm not shilling to try to get a positive result out of this or anything. I'm just saying the thing we're dealing with right now is Kursk's survival. So if it's a survival check, I'm okay with that.
Since you
He's dead.
You resurrected Curse, but you killed the DM.
Once again, murdered a man.
Wait. Oh, never mind.
Excuse me. Sorry. Since you are pleading with Melora, I will say you're going to be making a religion check. However, for that speech, you do have advantage, and you are inspired by Bureau, and you probably
And you have chat inspiration, yes. Oh, whew.
Alrighty.
And you have all the things.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
also have to make a wisdom roll probably, so I want to save all the things.
No, that's only for revivify in the moment.
Yep.
Okay.
Because there's no ritual. It's a straight one wisdom check.
Well, then in that case.
So that's 28.
Mhm.
All right. The third section of runic circles flares with green divine energy. The radiating heart of life from Mother Melora. The DC because of all of your successes and your natural 20 is a 2.
Oh
So I'm
god.
going to roll a straight d20. I'm going to roll a straight d20 into the chat. And as long as I don't roll a 1 or a 2, Kursk will come back.
He's gonna roll a fucking 3. Or if it's DC 2, does it mean you can roll a 2?
No, if I roll a 1 or a 2.
Oh, okay. He's gonna
Yeah,
roll a
so
fucking
if I
3.
roll 1 or a 2, yeah.
That's how it works. Ah, see, he's close.
Oh my god.
Always, always.
If Tharn didn't succeed, the DC if Tharn had that natural 1, the DC would have been above 4.
God.
You guys watch as all the energies, the 3 different energies, flow into the body of Kursk, and you watch as inside the armor, it begin to pull itself back together. Bones start popping and cracking into place. You can hear sinew snapping. You can see flesh and other organs like regrowing themselves inside. And as there's a flash,
Life! Give my creature life!
as there's a flash, a crack of thunder, a flash of lightning, and there you all have to cover your faces. And as you turn and look back, you can see held aloft with light green radiant energy, the reconstituted body of Kursk floating in the air as he is slowly and gently lowered back down to the ground, breathing, unconscious, but breathing. And that is where we will end things.
Just one housekeeping item on that.
Hmm?
As he
Yeah.
lowers to the ground, I put my hand on him and I cast heal.
Okay, so he goes as he regains 70 hit points, and you can see the green radiant energy and the slight crackling and crawling of electricity across his body as the heal spell goes into him, and he sucks in air, a big gulp of air, and his eyes flash open. That's where we'll pick
Slam
things
to
up
block.
next week.
Yee.
To be
Yes.
continued.
Dun 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 dun.
Tune in next week on
Roundabout starts
Defenders
playing.
of the-
And I won't be here next week, so if you guys get cursed killed again, you can bring him back your own damn self.
Hey, I have revivified.
Look, Kursk has never died while I've been controlling him.
Just
Just throwing that out there.
Just off-screen deaths.
Yes.
Is all.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yep, yep.
Kursk directly died as soon as somebody else gave him orders of what to do.
Yeah, basically, we're never.
I'm not saying anything specifically, but I am saying that Biro got him killed.
Yeah, and I'm not saying anything either, but he did die while, helping to destroy a major attack from an army, which is probably enough XP to get to level 11.
Yeah, come on, boy.
Probably.
Keanu Reeves. Back.
I will take it under consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Kursk
something.
is never leaving our site again. He's best boy.
He will eventually. He's a grown
All
up.
right, Chris,
G4!
I've got a new
Thank
simulacrum
you so much for the
you to
raid.
protect.
We're just finishing the
that.
thing. We just resurrected our ward that died died heroically.
God.
Right back to work, not
We're so fucked,
slave boy.
but still. How
I
is
think that's the
Shore?
most solid resurrection you guys have, like the most unworrying resurrection you guys have done.
Yeah, because
Or
it
had
was
to do.
0.
But you
even if
still
we
fucking made it
killed-
worrying. We're rolling a fucking 4.
Yeah.
You always gotta make it so damn close.
I love the dramatics. What can I say?
God.
All right,
the
who
dramatics
wants,
and
wants
the
experience points?
Me.
Huh, yas.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd like 355 experience points, please.
That'd be nice.
I would as well, please. Actually, I'd take 400, 450. That'd be nice.
Are
Or
you
set a sensor beat for
already
swear words.
fight.
Nice.
have much more XP to go?
No.
Fike, you got 63. Nox got 63. Tharn got 69.
Nice.
Ren
Nice.
got nice. Ren got 60. Biero
Ding.
got 65. Hey, Biero got 65. And Vanya got 69 as well.
Nice.
Ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
Nice.
Yeah, I leveled
Ding.
up too.
Level 19.
Hey!
Oh my god.
Level,
That's how
level,
much my god loves me, is that
What
succeeding in
is-
this got me up to 19th level.
Yeah. I have to remember what.
What is
Take
Tharn
My
get at
god
19th
apparently
level?
does not love me as much because I'm 4 XP away from level 19.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
you know what? I will say for that
Uh,
great
his
speech
boy.
you gave, take an extra 4 XP.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. That's his boy.
Alrighty.
Vanya's-
Yeah.
Hey,
And that's a
Bill,
ding
what's,
for me too.
Sweet.
So what's everybody get at
Uh,
their current level?
Just perk
Good
point
question.
or feat.
Let's see.
Everybody at 19th level is going to take
ASI?
a thing to allow us to attune to a 4th item. Let's not even pretend like we don't. We're,
Already had
we're
that.
balls deep in magic items.
I
Balls
actually-
deep. In
I was actually
art-
thinking of taking
Balls deep.
Great Weapon Fighter or Great Weapon Master or Sentinel.
Oh,
No,
Because I'm sick of things running away from me.
we
I'm
vote.
so
I'm
fucking
voting
tired.
against that, Vanya. You have to take Magic Initiate right now.
Absolutely.
yes.
100%.
Vanya,
I'm
needs
not
to
taking
level-
Magic
take a level
Initiate
in
Paladin.
cleric.
Vanya needs to
Take it
get
a level in
cast.
Cleric.
I'm not taking Magic Initiate Paladin, just never.
I didn't say a
Hmm.
Paladin.
Cleric.
We have enough Paladin.
Hmm. Damn, what even?
This has been a fairly divine campaign, actually.
It really has.
Now we're
Yeah,
getting into
a lot of
another
gods.
divine campaign.
Ability improvement.
Oh, gotta
Yeah,
roll
but it's
again.
more. Oh, that's much better. than a...
Oh, right, hit
5.
points too.
Mhm,
I should
mhm.
roll those.
It's a pretty good idea.
That's a thing.
Hit die.
Ooh, 11.
Oh, I'm
Ugh.
worried. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, fuck.
Reroll.
Ah, fuck.
You get to roll it again.
Yee.
Not that much better.
Yeah, nope.
So, those of you who are now mystic confluxing,
A7, A7,
what is your 4th attunement?
A5.
Decided if I'm Mystic Confluxing yet.
Yeah, I'm still looking at a couple things.
Oh, I have a question, Bill. Since we got the necklace of, I don't know if it's got a magic item name. The Scanlan's
yeah, level
necklace that he
19.
had, the protection against extra divination magic.
I have to update the
Does
overlay.
that just do that?
You don't know.
Oh, whatever
Uh,
happened to Sada, that monk who was with us?
Oh,
She left.
she left
Oh.
back to
She left.
yeah. She went back
Oh,
to
I'm sorry. Did I
Marquette.
forget to mention her in my recap of the last episode? How
Yeah.
could I have forgotten?
Yes.
I mean,
I
I
must have been an
It's because
No.
Mark, because you prioritize things that matter, and she did not matter. That's why.
She basically the reason she gave was she was being recalled by Jaman, who didn't think you had a path to victor anymore. Regardless, he would still honor his agreement to come if you blow if you know if you blow the horn.
Mhm.
Oh, right.
But he's calling
Should
her back.
should Tharn take firearm specialist and just be a turtle with a gun?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Nox, what were you what level? You leveled up, right?
16 warlock.
Okay, 16 warlock. Got it for overlay.
I fixed my thing on Roll20 with the overlay
God
never changed.
damn.
Yeah, same.
I'm barbarian 19,
Let's just-
Flint. If there was any doubt.
Yeah, I figured. Pure class. High five.
High five.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bill,
what do I do?
if I take Magic Initiate at 19th level, can I just have access to all the spell list from the class that I choose?
Wait, what? Say that again?
If I take Magic
That's-
Initiate at 19th level, can I just have access to the full spell list of whatever class I choose?
No.
No.
No,
No.
Hey, you guys laugh, but if he'd have said yes, darn, with the full druid spell list.
Oh god. Oh god.
upcast
Oh, wait.
that first level spell.
Wait, so
Yeah.
you're asking if you multi-class? If you multi-class at 19th level?
No, I don't want
No.
to
Is that what you're
multi-class.
Oh.
That's why I was trying to work
He d-
around it by getting you to
No.
misread Magic Initiative.
That's
Yeah,
not how that
the
works.
I know what
answer-
Magic
That's
the
not
answer to
how that
that
works.
is still no, but
I absolutely know how Magic Initiate works. No.
Here's a question. Do I take resiliency for wisdom since I kept being shit at it?
can't.
You
can't take feats more than once, and
Yes,
you already
can
took
take that.
resilience.
You can take that one. More
That's
than
one
once.
you can take more than
Can
once.
you?
Yeah,
It
resilience.
specifically says it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it specifically says it in the feat. It's the only one, other than I think Elemental Adept. That those are the two that you can take multiple times.
Hmm.
All right. I'm not 100% sure on what.
I think I'm gonna go with
I don't-
that.
You could also boost your stats. You don't have to take a feat.
I know.
That's true.
The only stat that would make a difference. Strength, though.
You could get your
Oh.
strength up to a 20.
Yeah.
What's your constitution?
Wisdom resilience. Let's do
It's
this.
a
Yeah, what's your
19.
constitution?
It's a 19 because I have a pendant. If I take the pendant off, it goes to 14.
Yeah, so if you put 1 in that, or wait, no, the pendant just raises it to 19.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
makes it 19. Yeah.
Feet.
So it would be a 14. So you could take that off, bump your con up to a 16, and then
Mhm.
have a
And then
two-
lose a bunch of HP.
Not that much,
Resilience is
but you'd
not a
also
feat
have
you
to
can
do it.
take more than once.
You'd also
I'd be-
have
What?
I'd be losing 1 HP for
19.
19
You'd lose
for
19
19
HP.
levels.
you'd lose 19 hit points.
Yeah, no, the point of putting it into your con is to increase your hit points. But
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know. I'm saying
not
this
to-
would reduce how much
you
he
take
loses
the
it, and then
tough
have
feat.
an open attunement slot. I'm just making a suggestion. You can do whatever he wants. I'm just saying that would be something that's not crazy.
Alex, if you take the tough feat, you'll you'll keep your same amount of hit points. You'll gain 19 hit points, and then you get a
Oh.
free attunement slot.
Fair enough.
Actually, he would gain 19
A
times
lot.
2 because it's double
That's
the
what I'm
level
saying.
you take it at. So
I guess I can't take
That's what
resilience.
I'm saying because he was
I already
saying
took
he
it
would,
for
if he takes
charisma.
it off, he would lose that
yeah, so
19
you could
hit
also do
points.
that. You could also take the tough feat, take it off, and still gain an attunement slot for something other than that item, if you wanted to. None of
I
this is anything
mean-
you have to do. It's just brainstorms. We're throwing shit at the wall, seeing what sticks.
I mean, what do we have that needs attunement that I would want?
You guys, as to quote Tharn, you guys are balls deep in magic items.
Hmm.
So
If you're not allowed to take resilient more than once, they shouldn't allow you to do it in D&D Beyond.
should I take telepathic so I can just constantly talk to all of you in your heads whenever I want?
I was
Fuck off.
No, that would
somewhat seriously thinking of taking telekinetic,
Ooh.
but I don't think I will.
Yeah, no, the ability to speak telepathically to any creature I want within 60 feet. I could just invade all of your minds.
Nope.
Vonnie,
Nope.
What's
Nope.
in your bag of?
I have a wand of lightning bolts, a ring of telekinesis, a 1,000 gold diamond, about 65,000 gold pieces, a potion of fire giant strength, which somebody else can have. I totally don't need it now. And a
Oh,
potion.
we also picked up your potion, dude.
Yeah, we
Yes,
picked up
I
your
saw
potion.
it's in my
Yes.
character sheet, though I have no idea what it does.
Oh, it's your potion of like one of the
Are
giant
we still on
strengths?
the internet?
In large.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we need to
I have the
identify it or
internet.
something.
By the internet.
I'm
Bye,
still on the internet,
Yeah, you guys
but
haven't identified it yet.
I've been going through the motions of updating sheet.
I'll take that. I'm a strength-based character. I'll take it.
Sure, take it.
Chat,
My
what the fuck
strength
should I
is
take for
now
feet?
25 without the potion, thanks to the belt. So it literally does nothing to me.
Nox, do you already have the tough feet?
That's what I'm thinking about taking and seeing like what
That's an idea.
what other slot what I can take, because I mean
Actually,
the shroud I don't help me.
you know what you could also take if you don't have it? Bell
What?
Sniper.
Oh, what would make sense?
Doubles the range of your Eldritch Blast.
True. Brings it up to over 300, 400 feet almost. Right?
Yeah, nothing
Well,
we've
I think
listed
its
in.
normal range is
240.
120, right?
Yeah, it's
So
240.
it'd make it 240. Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
You could
All your
stand.
dreams.
You could take on an entire army just on your own. Just keep running backwards, casting it, and staying out of their range.
Bam, 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 bam.
Ooh.
So long as you don't run into a dead end.
He just kites them across the entire Tal'Dorei. Just
I got this guy. Good.
like an archer build in WoW, just running across the entire the map.
Oh, this is so tough.
I think I'm gonna take Sentinel.
Yay! High five.
There you go.
One of us.
I haven't decided yet what I'm going to take, and I'm not going to decide tonight on little to no sleep. I'm going to ruminate.
I'm feeling that. I'm tempted between alert and
Do we have any
alert, tough, and
all vests right now on somebody? Like everyone has one.
Yes.
Not one like
Everybody has at least one vestige.
I have 2 vestiges.
I have
your
2.
Your stick is one.
Ooh.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm Melora's chosen. She gave me her most powerful item.
Totally.
Of course.
Yes.
What kind of silly question is that?
Do I technically have 2 Melora items?
Yeah.
Sweet.
But it's kind of like a magic deck. The one of them is like a black green.
Yeah, of course.
It's like half. It's
half
like
Raven Queen, half
Raven.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is like Ren would be the most powerful Melora follower if she did the Zorro from One Piece thing and had both the blades and then the stick in her mouth. And just
Damn.
You know what? Yeah, you know what?
I kind of want to see that.
I'm gonna do that.
Can you like get art made of that or something?
I wish. Oh,
Yeah,
did
I'm gonna take the tough.
I didn't get to show you guys.
Right.
I got like the old outfit like referenced for 3D.
Tough there, big guy.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
that
taking that
means-
at 19th level, that's an extra 28
Booyah.
hit points. Or, no, 38 hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
38
ain't
plus
nothing.
whatever you rolled for your hit points, add an extra 2 to that.
So 11.
No, I already
Roll
did
for your
that.
hit points.
We do not
It's
draw,
basically
no.
2 hit points
No, I'm
per
saying-
level. So it's 19 times 2, no matter what he rolled.
I've been getting a lot of commissions lately. I need to be careful.
And then just add it to
Oh.
whatever your current is.
That's true. That's right.
I still need to get commission
So
made
it's
for
how
the
much?
character in the next campaign after
38.
this one
38.
too. Fuck.
38.
And then you're unattuning the Amulet of Health.
I'm gonna wait to see what happens with that.
Sure, right. What
Man, I
feat
wish
should
there
I
was a
take? I need to take a
Goliath
feat.
racial feat.
Let's see what I do so I
I
can
bet it'd
let
be
you all out
kick-ass
into the
for Ren to
world.
build.
Let's see.
What does the Amulet of Health do?
It just makes your Constitution
Um,
score a 19.
Oh, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah. So basically, if you unattune that, you would have the exact same amount of hit points and an open attunement slot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I'd be at 180. Or no. No, yeah,
So
yeah.
you'd be at what you took before the feat with an extra attunement slot,
Yeah.
or you
So
could
it's
keep it
fine.
on and be at
What I'm
Yeah,
at.
and 2
Yeah.
points lower on con saves and
Hmm.
con checks. And...
yeah.
Yeah. So it's got to be a really good magic item. So we'll see what magic items we have next time and
I can't
see.
believe none of you have the ring of telekinesis on. It allows you to cast telekinesis at will.
There's a
I-
ring
I
of
didn't-
telekinesis?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my bag
Just
holding.
sitting in Vanya's
Do you
bag
want
of
it?
holding.
Well, I
Wait,
can't
is,
see.
is
I can't
Vanya's
see
bag
what,
of holding separate than our
Yeah, I
bag of
can't-
holding?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
can't see what his is. I don't know what he has in it. All I see.
He just listed it off. You just asked him.
Right, but it's not
There
in
it is.
our, it's not in the handouts.
Yeah, because the handout is horribly organized and it kills me to look at it.
Yeah.
Like, no offense, but please,
right,
if we have a
well,
party
show us-
inventory,
Show us
can
your
I?
sandbox so we can
I
fuck
just
it up.
put it. I just put it in the bag.
It's in the chat.
You have a
Please,
potion of
if we have
longevity?
a party
Yes, he has
inventory
a
next
potion of longevity.
campaign. Let me update it and format it, please.
Yeah, okay.
You want to be the party, the item keeper?
I will
Please.
absolutely do that.
Sweet.
Yes, please.
Looking at the
Okay.
way it's formatted now drives me up the goddamn wall.
It's okay. It'll be okay. Soon.
Hey,
Soon.
I didn't put it together.
I
It's
know.
calm emotion.
I'm not mad at you. Or
Calm
anything in
emotions.
particular. I'm just ranting at the world.
I'm not casting calm emotions on that bullshit.
Oh yeah, he's
This
got
is
a ring
fine.
of telekinesis and a potion of longevity sitting in his bag. of
Well, the
holding.
potion of longevity
And
is
a wall-
almost certainly going to be Vanya's to take.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait,
Uh,
didn't he? I thought he took that already. Didn't he take one already?
Does the
Going
wand of
over it
lightning
for a while.
He hasn't drank it yet.
All right,
The
I gotta
wa-
steal
the
that.
wand
Should I
of
take? Okay. Should I take tough? Should I take
Yes, the wand bolt requires attunement.
tough, alert, or mobile?
Mobile's good.
Mobile's kind of useless to you if you want to
That's
spend
true.
the rest of your time mounted.
That's true. So tough
Um,
or alert.
I mean, how bothered are you that you're never first on initiative?
Mm.
If you're that bothered about it, then take alert. If you're not, then like take.
Because that can't be a surprise. It's always good.
How many times are we going to be surprised over the course of this campaign to go?
I've
Don't
been
answer.
surprised so
Surprise
many
alert.
times just in
We
the
are-
past.
Yeah, but those are mostly by the things I say.
Yeah,
That's
but
fair.
like
I
the
want to never
whole-
be surprised
our
by Tharn
whole rest of
anymore.
the campaign is probably going to be us surprising other people.
Yeah.
Hopefully, not the
Yeah.
other way around.
We literally walked
Tough it
into
is.
Biro's house, which is now Vandrick's lab, and then just saw a meat pile and just went, "I'm gonna resurrect our friend." That was pretty fucking jarring.
Yeah. That too.
I went,
Yeah,
even
but
with
the
the
alert
alert feed, I
feed
was
was-
still
the alert
shocked.
feed
at what
Especially
happened
after Ren
here.
was pulling a
Hockey.
Kima on a lower scale there for the full couple days.
The alert feat doesn't protect you from that kind of surprise, though.
I would say, oh, a lot of the world is a lot of the world I know is dead. That happened before. Okay, we're doing this now.
Yeah.
uh,
Oh,
What
follow your dreams.
year is it?
It's like that meme with what's his James what the fuck is that actor's name where he's looking over at the
Derpy?
guy in the news, he's like, first time.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
You could also take like slasher or something.
I was considering that, but
Slasher.
it's
Flash.
The Tasha's feat.
it's a basically if you do slashing damage, increases your strength or dex. Once per turn when you hit a creature, you can reduce the speed of the target until the start of your next turn. When you score a
Very good.
critical hit, you grievously wound it. Until the start of your next turn, the target has disadvantage on all attack rolls.
I guess the reducing speed doesn't really do much for you, does it? Because you
No.
already have like Sentinel bullshit.
That
And,
and also the fact that like the target has disadvantage on all attack rolls. The only thing it would do would add that to me.
Yep.
So not so much. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with tough and just try to be just try to tank shit.
More hit points will definitely be useful.
At least if you do you know what you're taking at 20? Ren, if you get there?
What do you mean?
You get another one at 20?
I don't get another one at 20.
No. Do you know
She's taken 1 level in Druid.
Yeah, are you gonna keep going into fighter?
Yes.
Okay.
She's a purist.
20 level fighter.
Mm-hmm.
20th
get-
level fighter.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well,
I
she's
would've-
definitely multi-classing next campaign, so
I get another attack.
yeah, you get another attack at the 20th level, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So
4
many
plus
attacks.
the bonus. 5 attacks, up to 10 attacks in an action surge. Fuck yeah.
You can also take Cruel.
That's interesting.
You could.
That would not fit
That's very
Ren. That's not very
Yeah.
Ren.
Really?
Not
You're
Ren
not
at
cruel
all.
to the people that you kill?
Nope.
You literally fly in on an electric steed and stab them in the neck 10 times in 6 seconds.
No, it has
That's
nope.
not cruel to you?
Nope.
No.
Her swords have blunted ends. She doesn't
Yeah.
stab anybody.
She slashes.
Good point. Good
It's
point.
slash.
She has
They're
swords. She has
slash.
katanas. They're swords of mercy, literally in the name.
Slash it.
She will mercifully
haven't-
slash them 5 times in a row.
If we have another session next week, as if we had it this week, I will be level 20 after.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Wow. Okay, wait. Hang on.
Damn,
Who
Pike.
has gotten to level 20?
No one's gotten to level 20 yet.
Mike is
No,
the one with the most
No, I
experience
mean
of
like
any of us.
no, I mean like ever.
I've
Like,
been in
Oh,
campaigns that have
experience.
gotten to 20.
I've-
Yes. Thick.
I've never. I mean, I've played in like one shots where we were like level 20. I've never played in a campaign up to level 20.
I have
Yeah.
run campaigns for level 20 characters.
I have not.
I have not played in one.
Ooh, here's a good one for Ren. Throne Arms Master.
Start throwing those katanas.
Oh god.
The only thing Ren is going to be throwing is those hands.
She has barely let those blades go. Period. That's not a sentence. It is. I assume when she showers, it's her and then the belt.
There is a okay. So in the other campaign, in the Saturday campaign, there's literally a card from our Cards Against Humanity deck from like the originally like bringing your swords into the bathhouse because she would not be parted from them. She kept them like on the edge of the onsen at all times, like within reaching distance.
Yeah, there's zero chance that Ren would throw those swords, even if it meant saving one of our lives.
Possible.
Zero chance.
That would be just habit at that point, because it used to be like an actual mechanic I put into her that you can't be like parted from them for too long.
All right, guys. 4 o'clock comes.
It's like a
early,
baby
so
blanket
I'm
that
gonna
kills
head out.
people.
Hey, I ended early tonight.
Yeah,
Hey.
dude. I really
look at that.
appreciate you. I really appreciate you.
Very
Because,
glad
Yeah.
about
I'm waiting
Okay, so I'm
for us
taking
to get off
top
the
feet.
internet so I could ask
I'm
multiple
sorry.
questions.
Wait.
yeah.
What's night?
That's fine.
Okay, 23.
Oh, I see Kelly's in the chat.
38.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi,
Sorry
Kelly.
about this week.
38.
We had
All
fun.
right, guys.
Bye.
All right, guys. Night.
All right, 38.
We did another Afro Titties game.
Fantastic.
25 plus
What
38.
the fuck is that?
Excuse me?
Nope.
So I
223.
ran. I've been
Woo.
running one shots for when John can't run.
223.
I'll run one shots for them in the world, the next campaign's world, and they are a group of resistance fighters, one of whom follows Aphrodite, and they ride into battle on mastiffs with their breasts bared. So their group is called the Afro Titties.
I mean, how many mastiffs cover up their teats?
Yeah.
Well, both the mastiffs and the halflings and gnomes are bare chested when they.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you left
Yes,
a
of
dangling
course.
modifier there. I was like, bare-breasted mastiffs. That's not weird.
223 HP. Woo!
Nice.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
But yeah, so they are the Aphrodite's, as they have now set up a temple to Aphrodite / brothel that also functions as a front for their their terrorist cell.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Nice.
I'm loving it.
I don't know
I'm
which one
pogging.
of my players has stolen my end game for this character. If we get to prologue,
What?
I'm very upset about that.
What?
I really want Tharn to survive for the end of this, just because of the epilogue that I gave him.
Oh.
Are you going with the stone? The stone Thorn?
Oh, right. He becomes a stone.
Well, I think I said this last time or the time before. There are 2 epilogues, and you guys get to pick which one is canon.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
I hope
Oh,
the one
boy.
that says, in case of emergency, cast Greater Restoration on a stone Thorn, and it just undoes a
Yes.
list and just lists all the things that they could have done before contacting him.
Alright.
That's the one I picked.
Yes. Beautiful. Shit. Who do I send a raid to? Fuck. Shit.
Depetrify
Damn
in
it.
case of emergencies.
Yes.
Who can I?
Yeah. Also, that's the reason why I was like the potion of longevity. I'm like, I thought they gave me the potion of longevity so that we could make Tharn younger.
Oh no, I'm
It was
100% stealing that. That is, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm 100% stealing that.
Oh,
I
God.
remember specifically he asked for it as party loot, and you guys were like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't have a use for it at the time. But if I'm gonna have a happy ending, I gotta make sure Jacob lives long. So, and he's already
fair.
He's like
he's
a
already-
slightly younger and hotter Jorah Mormont.
Yeah, but I need Anderson Cooper for 10 more years. So let's
Yeah.
get it popping,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, of course.
Does she know that we can still
yeah,
hear her?
how about- Hmm?
Yeah.
Apparently not. Apparently
assuming
she
that face
knows
tick,
that
yes.
we could
She
still
knows.
Wait,
hear
can you
her.
not hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh,
Okay.
we can hear you.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you knew that we could still hear
Yeah,
you.
because I was letting you know that I'm still on and trying to figure out somebody to raid. That was basically. I was just
Oh,
being
so they
lazy too.
heard the explanation for Aphrodite's? Okay.
Yes, yes, they did.
I was really hoping that you just said, by the way, I ran an Aphrodite's campaign, and then we just like,
On that note,
It just-
No,
badass.
you get all this shit.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh, I'll just send some love to Captain Panda.
Because I have a list of things that I need to ask Bill. One of them is, what were you drinking this whole episode?
VR. One of the epilogues is him listing all the epilogues
Me?
until he dies.
Yes.
I'm getting my second shot tomorrow, so I'm drinking lots of water.
All right.
Oh, okay.
To Captain
I
Panda.
thought you were drinking a gallon of milk out of the carton, and I was going to shame you again. But I'm glad to see it's water and not milk this time.
I would
Cool
prefer if it
VR
was
chat.
milk.
Fellow
No,
role player
milk
helps run
milk
the
does something to the vocal cords, and it gums up the
the
works.
Lotus
So you
Cafe.
gotta.
Well, it causes postnasal drip.
Super
which
chill.
can,
I've
you know,
enjoyed
gum up
running
the
into
works.
him
But
whenever
no,
I
was
can.
hoping that he was just like, yep,
Please
take
send
my
him some love. He's doing
second
some
COVID shot
Fractured
tomorrow, gotta get
Thrones,
ready
like
for it, so I'm drinking a gallon of
Kimchi
whole
water
milk.
he was doing last night. There's my rate
That-
call.
I have a gallon
There's my sub.
of whole milk in my
We'll be back
refrigerator.
next week. I'll be
Really,
back.
drink it right now.
Uh,
You got 2 minutes.
probably.
Well, it's not a full gallon.
I'll be back
It's not a
probably
full gallon.
Friday.
I drank some of it already.
I'll be back Friday. With something.
You
Either it's
also
gonna be an honorary
never
games or
can't
it's gonna be
get enough whole milk in your
Misty
body,
Shore
which is
VR
too
chat
much
You know,
roleplay.
they say that, and then I tried
So
it,
until
and
then, you all stay safe,
I
stay healthy,
didn't
take care of
throw up.
yourselves, and take care of each other. And we'll see
I
you next
just
time.
shat
Bye.
weird for a few days.
That's sick.
I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be in whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D.